What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? What's popping? What's good? It's your boy Kirk. I'm back again in the building. Back again in the United States of America. Yo. I remember back in the days. Let me turn this music down. Let me turn this down. I remember back in the days as a United States resident. I remember when I used to travel. Shout out to everybody that's coming in the live, man. We gonna get into it today. Shout out to Mark, the mentor. Shout out to everybody that's popping in. As you guys can see, I am back live on a Sunday. It's a little bit early because I got my two beautiful kids here with me, and my beautiful wife Kenisha is out of here. She's on an extended vacation. Can you imagine? She takes an extended vacation. Take an extended vacation and your boy Kirky Fresh. She said, yeah, I need some time from you and the kids as well. I need some time with you by yourself. So here am I with the kids on a Sunday all by myself. Shout out to everybody that's dropping in. Come on in, man, because this live, oh man, y'all don't even understand what I'm gonna be talking about. It's gonna be crazy. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. I remember when I used to be a US resident. For those of you guys who don't know what that means, back in those days, I was a green card holder. Green card holder. And let me go back. Let me give you some history of your boy Kirky Fresh. I remember when I had a visa. You know, you apply for a United States visa to come to the United States so you can visit and travel all over the place and see what's popping. I remember when I had a visa. But here's the difference with my visa versus my brother and my mom and, you know, all the other people that got visa. Here's the difference what was the difference with mine, right? And there are different categories of visa. So I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna tell you what happened. My visa was a work visa. I had a company in Miami that see some of my work from Jamaica, and they're like, hey, we like how this guy work. Would like to extend a work opportunity so he can come to the United States and show us what he got. So that tells you I've been going hard for a very, very long time, man. Even the United States company see that I was a hard worker. So they apply for it's a type of employment visa where I get to come and work for a period of time. And I remember the first time I'm coming through the airport and I approached this white immigration guy. White immigration officer. I would have to go back and look at my I-90 to see what his name was. And I asked him gently, I said, could you show me on my visa how many times I can travel on this visa after I leave the country? And he took a marker. I never forget it. I still got it in my passport. You know me, I got the history, I got the documentation. See, what I'm telling you right now, trust me, it's gonna help you in the trucking business. Cause a lot of the stuff I'm gonna tell you now, it plays out in trucking too. Cause some people look down on you now with your one box truck. They look down at you now with your $40,000 coming up. They look down at you now with your girl and you trying to start a business. They look down at you now because you don't know what direction to go in the trucking business. They look down at you now because guess what? You ain't got no direction around you. But I'm here to tell you that a lot of the people that are looking down at you, give them 5 years, because 5 years from now, you're gonna be singing a Chris Rock song. Look at me now. Look at me now. I'm making paper. So this sucker, because that's what he was a sucker. A lot of immigration officers are suckers. A lot of white folks in America are suckers. And I can call y'all suckers because after 18 years of learning about the American system and learning about the whole entire scope and the delusion behind a lot of the system that is portrayed in this country, I can proudly say that a lot of you white American people are full of S and are a bunch of suckers. See, y'all think I just can talk about black people. I can go on and on about white folks. I got a lady who come on my channel years ago with a dispatching company and think that somehow I needed her. She's the same lady that running around and jumping with all the new YouTubers, just jumping around. Every single new YouTubers that come on this platform, she reach out to them so they can advertise or dispatching bullshit company. See what I'm saying? Just follow me. I'm going somewhere. So that sucker circle in my book. Oh, man. He circled in my book. And he said to me, it's right here. And you only got one entry. Yeah. He said, right here. When you leave, you cannot come back. Well, let me tell you what your boy Kirky Fresh did. Shout out to everybody that's coming in, man. Shout out to everybody. Your boy Kirky Fresh never leave. Oh yeah, I stayed. I stayed in America. I become illegal. I risk it. Yeah. At one point, I didn't have any green card. I didn't have any social. I didn't have any nothing. Just running around in America making move. And 18 years later, Mr. Sucker at the immigration post. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk about that one day. I'm gonna talk about immigration, and I'm gonna talk about all the immigrants that come to this country and all a bunch of y'all that are white people who thinks that when we come at your airport that you know what I mean? Yeah, like you got some type of power trip ego going on where you think that, you know, you hold the throne to the title and the key to America, and somehow you can hinder the success of immigrants. I'm gonna talk about that one day, and I'm gonna look for that sucker name while I'm at it. 18 years later, I live in a suburb neighborhood, Mr. Sucker. I have a trucking company, Mr. Sucker. I got a wife, beautiful wife, and I got 2 beautiful kids, Mr. Sucker. You know what else I got, Mr. Sucker? I got money in the bank, Mr. Sucker. So for all of you white folks who think that you are stopping anything, cut it out. There's ways around this shit. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, I am now a US citizen. No more green card. No more visiting visa. I have a blue American book. I should get it, man. It's upstairs. I should have had it. If I'd known I was going to talk about this, I would have just pop it up. Look at me now. 18 years later. Shout out to everybody that's coming in, man. I just had to get it off my chest. My chest. I had to get that off my chest, man. See, a lot of y'all American go through stuff, but a lot of y'all don't even know some of the stuff we immigrants go through. The racist, the bias. And I'm going to talk about that today in the box truck business, because a lot of racism and bias in the box truck business too. And it's under the quote unquote disguise of new authority, or you need 90 days, or you don't have no inspection. I'm going to talk about that shit today. I'm going to talk about it because a lot of y'all are not getting turned down because of your authority. A lot of these guys are turning you down because you're black. Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about that. You don't understand the stuff that some of y'all go through. And because listen, let me tell you something. I have friends in different part of this transportation business. God bless me so much that I have people around me. And that's why sometimes when I come in this channel, I try to tell you guys so much information, because here's the privilege that I got that some of y'all got. Some of you guys, you guys don't have it as yet. You'll get there. Just focus. You'll get it. Eventually, you're going to get there. But I have the privilege of knowing people that work on the inside of the computer. They work behind the scene. They can tell you the numbers. They can tell you how much the rate is paying. They can tell you the name of the shipper. They can tell you how long they got the load, how long is the account. I happen to have the privilege to have those type of connection. And of course, you know, those take time to build. You get what I'm saying? So, as a truck owner, I'm telling you guys today, a lot of you guys need to not only work with brokers one time or two time, but y'all need to build relationship only for the mere fact that you need to have an idea what goes on behind the scene. All right? And I'm going to be talking about that today because a lot of you guys are struck. Like right now, it's a mess out here. The rates are horrible because guess what? Supply and demand is low. The pandemic came and there was a lot of people buying all over the place without free money. We talk about the free money that was given out to a lot of Americans. And a lot of people took that money and they were shopping a lot. You get what I'm saying? Shop in a lot. And so now there is no shopping. Let me explain to a lot of you guys. The shopping bubble has burst and the whole entire shopping scene has seized. This is why some of you guys are having issue. But before I get into this discussion, I want to let somebody that I interviewed a few months ago, for you guys who follow my channel, I want you to hear what this guy was talking about even before we get to this point, and I'm going to let him explain to you guys the same exact thing that I've been telling you guys. Mark, I've been telling you guys, other YouTubers I've been telling you guys that a lot of the issue, you're going to hear it from a broker mouth. A broker mouth, not my mouth, not Mark mouth, not no other, not none of these other YouTubers' mouth. You're going to hear it directly from a broker mouth. Also, today, I'm going to pull up a list. I got a different list from the list that was dropped in the broker list video that I did a few weeks ago. And I'm going to walk you guys through this list that I have. Let me show you the list that I'm talking about. You guys think I'm joking today, man. Y'all better get your pen and paper today. Y'all better get your pen and paper. Take a look at your screen, man. I'm going to go through this whole entire list, and I'm going to tell you guys how to maneuver your trucking company in this whole entire crisis now, and you can get load and sign up with company where you can get constant work. This is what I had to use when I first started out, because somebody had put me onto this list right here and teach me how to maneuver in and out of this whole entire transportation business. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. Everybody that's coming in, hit the like button, man. We going to have a conversation today. Shout out to everybody that's dropping in. Come on in and hit the like button. I'm going to answer your question in a minute. Everybody that's coming, hit the like button, share the video. I'm back from vacation, so you guys know I spent a whole entire week. We got 26 people in the live. Hit the like button. All right, shout out to Grace Logistic. Shout out to everybody that's dropping in, man. We gonna talk about it today, because guess what? I'm gonna save. Today is the day. Listen, man, if I can't save you today, I can't save you. I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna be real. If I can't do nothing for you today, I can't help you. I don't know what else to do. So I'm gonna give you the best of the best today, and hopefully a lot of you guys can get it. But let's get into this video, and I'm gonna walk you guys through this video. And you guys, I'm gonna walk you guys through this video. Let me answer this question: should I stop my insurance if a truck next if a next truck hit me in the back and I'm waiting to get my truck? So the question is, should you stop your insurance because you have an accident? And then okay, so let me just answer this real quick. You should not Mark just answered, man. Don't I was just getting ready to go in, man. Anyway, read the comment. Mark just answered. He just answered. So I was getting ready to go and tell you, don't do it, but here you go. All right. Let's jump in, man. Let's jump in, and let me talk. Let me just play this real quick clip right here, and I'm gonna talk about this real quick. Let's listen in. Yeah.
And it all really depends about the weight. How how heavy the load is, how the feet in the load. So let's just say it's going for like $1,200, for instance. So the account manager will be like, okay, here you go, Joey. You need to move this freight for at least 900. See what offers come in. So I try, I put it on the DAT.
Okay, so we're having a discussion about how some of you guys get lowball. Okay, and Joey was saying that when his account manager give him a load, Joey, this load paid $1,200, but if you can find a sucker, if you can find a guy that has no idea what he's doing, give him $900. I want you to listen what the broker is saying. This is a broker. This is not Mark the Mentor. It's not Big Vic. This is not Kirk. This is not a box truck couple. This is not none of these guys. This is a certified broker. And he's telling you the mistake that y'all making and how they lowball you. Listen in.
We get bites here and there, and then you get those like unexperienced people that will say, hey, I'll do it for 17, but it's like it's kind of hard, just because like the customer is giving us a certain amount of money and we try to move it. Sometimes I make money, sometimes I don't, but it all really depends.
Right. Okay, so listen, let me make this clear. So if his account manager give him a $1,200 budget and you call in and you are offering him $1,200, he's going to tell you the exact reason why you do that. Just listen in. This is the reason why we talk about this stuff all the time. Okay? So listen to what he's going to say.
On the situation. you know.
So the account
So
manager give you the freight and say, "Hey, it's $1,200 we got in it, but you'll try to turn around and move it for 900."
yes, correct. It all depends. If it's
But
like a
but
pre-book,
but,
like if
but that's the question that we brought. That's the question we carrier have to ask you guys: is why you taking so much money, which is $300? Like, I mean, $400. Why you can't take like $100? I mean, I know you guys got to make money, but the question is, why do you guys take so much off the top?
it's just how they market.
Hello? Hello?
Somebody's calling now.
Yeah,
Hello?
your phone going in and out. Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Say it again.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm hearing you now. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, at that point, I had a little connection issue with him. But basically, what I asked him is, if the broker get $1,200 from the customer, why do you guys take $400 and then try to give us the rest of it? And he was explaining that is the way the system is set up. You get what I'm saying? So let's listen.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back what I was saying is like, so for some reason, sometimes you get those. So there's multiple people that give the load out, and some people are like kind of like, you know, they're trying to make a lot of money. Some people that they're just trying to break even. But we just try to make money because that's how broker is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make something out of it. So
right.
that's like, so they just do calculations. Sometimes the calculations are kind of bullshit, how I look at it. Because it's like, there's no way, there's not going to be a person that takes this for a low rate. You're not making any money because the field's high and all that stuff. So like, it's like, I have questions, me too. I have like on my end, how they like come up with these numbers.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of hard. It's just like, they just do the calculations and it comes out to
So you're saying that you're basically you're saying that you're pretty much the people above you are the one who is really cutting the rate, not you per se.
Exactly.
You're just doing what is down to you.
Yep.
Okay. But again,
for instance, like, remember how like when we book a load and you're like, I want it for this rate, and I was like, and I'll be like, yeah, I should just give it to you for this rate, but like, I have to get it approved by the manager.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I can't just like give you the load automatically. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why like it's just difficult.
No, I definitely understand that part of it. But what I don't understand is, if you guys are gonna take money, if you guys are gonna take money, why do you guys take so much money at the same time? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just like some of these companies, it's like kind of hard to explain, but it's like some of these.
Okay, guys, so let me explain to you what was happening at that moment, why he didn't really get into that real answer, because I know the real answer and he know the real answer. However, being that you're working for a company, regardless of the information that we were talking about and that we were giving out, there are certain things that a broker is still not going to tell you. You get what I'm saying? He's going to tell me because I'm cool with him, but he's not going to come on a public platform like this and then really get into it unless he knows you. This is the reason why I said know people, have connection, because a lot of the question that you guys have to ask, because you're not building no connection with no one, you don't know the answer to these. But I know the answer to what I asked him, and he knows the answer. The reason why he was kind of like going around the question and act as if he doesn't know the answer to it is because at the end of the day, there are certain things about people. There are certain things about your company, and there's certain guideline that these guys still got to stay within that scope. Mind you, this guy was still working there. You know what I'm saying? That's his job. So regardless of the information that I'm getting, he's not gonna put it out there unless you know him. This is why the connection is so important. And we talk about networking with people. You get what I'm saying? But listen to what he's gonna say. He's not gonna give you the answer, but I can tell you why. You get what I'm saying? And why he didn't answer the question directly. Anyway, let's continue to listen.
Some of these people, some of these customers, it's just hard. It's like, I can't really put like a, I can't like really, it's hard to explain, but
So,
just
so,
sometimes,
so you're saying
yeah,
that it's from the customer to your manager, and then you just got to do what you got to do.
exactly.
So let's talk about, so let me answer the question, why the question that he didn't answer. Shout out to Tony. I'm going to tell you why he didn't answer that question, okay? So this is how it works. Their customer give them a load. The customer, they take the load from the broker, right? They take the load from their customer. In taking the load from their customer, the transaction begins. Now they got to find you, okay? They have to find you and put that load on. And now they're going to put that load on your truck so you can move it, right? Cool. So now we have 3 people involved in one parcel or one load, right? The reason when I asked him that question is the real reason why he didn't answer is this is how it works. His company get a percentage off the $1,200. This is why, and I'm gonna talk about that $1,200 in a minute. But let's say that he successfully moved it for $900. His company gets a percentage out of that $900 that he moved it for. He also get a percentage off the savings that was given to the company. And if he can get it cheaper than $900, he's also going to even get more savings. So the lower he can get the rate to pick up and deliver successfully is the more percentage he get. But he's not going to tell you guys that on the internet. I know these things because I talk to those guys. You get what I'm saying? So it's not that he's driggling around a question. He knows the answer to it. But again, like me and Mark was talking about, there's secrecy in this whole entire business. There's things that one guy's not going to tell and another guy's going to tell him. There's things that people are going to tell you behind the scene that they're not going to say to the public, the general public. You get what I'm saying? There are kickback, and most of the time, when you're working with these brokers, the brokers are getting kickback. You get what I'm saying? And this particular broker that I was talking to, he get a monthly incentive, not a weekly. Some of them get a monthly or some of them get a yearly incentive. So if he saved the company successfully, let's say for 1 month, he successfully generate $4,000 per week times 4 for that company, then he gets a percentage of the end of the month. That's the reason why I never want to answer. That's some of the stuff y'all got to just figure it out. But because I'm your boy, I'm just throwing it in. But I know, because he told me, because I know people, and he's not the only one that tell me that. All right? But let's continue, man. Let's talk about the guys who, let's talk about the inexperienced carrier. Now, this is the part that I want some of you guys to pay close attention to. I want you guys to pay close attention to this because I talk about this all the time. You're going to hear the answer from a broker. All right, let's go. How do you guys know that you can lowball that carrier? Because even though they give you even though they said try to get it for 9, but you still try to get it because you see that you got 12 in the rate, right? In the freight, right?
Yeah. 1,200.
When I inexperienced, real quick, just to answer Mark question. Let me go back to my screen. Mark Brown. Is manager. They tell him how much the rate is paying. So the rate is the cost. So let me just answer Mark's question real quick. His broker, his manager said, look, we have $1,200 in this load. We have this load right here. Let's do this. This is a load, right? We have this load right here. We got $1,200, right? Remember when I just said that he needs to make money off the back of that load and the company needs to make money? So let's just say $150 is good for the company because every dollar counts, right? Let's just say $150 is good for the company. His manager is gonna say, we got a load, we need to move it, it's $1,200, go to work. But at the same time, his manager is going to give him a next number and said, if you can find a guy can move it for $900, then start at that rate. That's what they're saying. But if we got to give the whole $1,200 to get the load moved, then just do it. Because some load they make money off of and some load they don't. You get what I'm saying? It all depends on the people that are calling in. So now he's going to tell you how they save on that $1,200 load. This is why I talk to you guys all the time. So in this second segment, he's going to explain to you how he's going to successfully move that load from $1,200 to $900 and listen how he get it done. And this is going to come back to what I tell you guys all the time. Listen to what he had to say. Insurance carrier comes along for you to drop from 9 to 750. How do you identify that? And what are some of the things you guys look for so you even lowball that guy even lower than what you're trying to do a guy like me who are experienced? Like, what are some of the signs you look for?
I look for if they don't know like how much per mile they're trying to like run. Like a guy will hit me with a like, let's just say we have 1,200 in the load. He hits me with a $2,000 offer, and it's like, right. All right, yeah, you know, like hits me with a $2,000 offer, and it's like, okay, let me do the math on this. He's trying to get $10.50 a mile. like
you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Does that word sound familiar to you guys? If y'all in the comment section, does this cost per mile thing sound familiar? Does that sound familiar to some of you guys? What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? What did I talk about all the time? What did I say? And I'm there laughing because I talk about it all the time. Hit the like button when you guys come in the live. Hit the like button. I talk about it all the time. Does that sound familiar? Does that word sound familiar? Does the cost per mile word sound familiar? See, here is a broker is telling you that they don't know their cost per mile. When I do their cost per mile for them, they're trying to get $10 a mile. That's what he just said. He said that y'all are trying to get $10. You know how we know that? Because he calculates from point A to point B and can tell how much it will cost to run that truck back and forth. So when I tell you guys about cost per mile, here we have a broker bringing the same thing up. And I'm telling you, y'all missing the bigger picture.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what triggers me. It's like, okay, this guy doesn't know what he's like. He doesn't really know. He doesn't come with the numbers.
Hey, I said it all the time. Do your cost per mile. And I talk about guys who just throwing numbers out. You come in these load board and you call these brokers, and here our next broker telling you, you guys are giving ridiculous prices, and that's how they get you. I told them all the time. But hey, you know, sometimes you tell a person something, they gotta hear it from a stranger to believe it.
Yeah, like I said, man. Hey, if you have that calculator is gonna be your best friend.
I said it all the time. I said it. I even told people, do not go on the phone, call brokers and fumble with them because they'll pick up that you're inexperienced. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And they'll use that as an advantage.
Exactly. If you have a number in your head that you want to be at, calculate it out, and then the broker will be like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I said it all the time, man, but they don't listen. They don't listen to me. You get what I'm saying? And you know, one of the thing with me and you, shout out to Joey, man. Shout out to Joey. Everybody that's coming in the live, hit the like button, man. We're having a discussion today. I'm going to try my best to wiggle my way through this whole entire live and drop some information on you guys so you guys can be better prepared. Cost per mile is a big issue in the trucking company with the trucking industry. With a lot of you guys don't know what you guys are doing when it comes on to your cost per mile, and brokers can sense that and they can pick up and they will take advantage. All right, so I'm gonna play to answer to let me just read this quick comment in the comment section. Every salesman does the same thing like a car salesman. Every salesperson does the same thing like a car salesman. Okay, even when you are buying a car, you should do the market research on that car so you can be better prepared. So when you go to negotiate a car deal, you are equipped. It's the same thing. So you should know your cost per mile to know what number you should be at. You should research your car that you're going to buy, what the car is selling at the current market, so you can go in a dealership and better prepare negotiating. It's the same exact thing. But we got a lot of people out here who are trying to cut corners, and brokers laugh at you. You call in a $1,200 load and you want $2,000. They laugh at you. They do the calculation like, that's why some of you guys said, oh, brokers hung the phone up on me, because they know you're a joke. You get what I'm saying? They're not going to waste their time and sit down and go through a whole dialogue with you. It's easy for them to hang the phone up. Why bother talk to you when you're not even prepared, when I go talk to some other guy that's going to be reasonable? Or that's some guy that's going to be a little bit more realistic and be a little bit more transparent with his price. Why am I going to... I have $1,200. You want $800 more because you don't know your cost per mile. And that's the damaging effect we're dealing with out here. That's the reality of why so much people out here right now are struggling. You get what I'm saying? This is why even when some of you guys stop do OTR, turn your truck into a final mile, regional, whether you're doing a local, whether you're doing the app, whatever it is, you still ain't making no money because your business is not running on a profit-driven platform. It's just not. There's no planning. There's no putting no numbers together and say, I got to be at this number to move my truck, or I got to generate this income every week to be successful in the trucking business. Some of y'all just come out here and just running, just driving around, just jump on the app, just do this, don't do that. There's no calculation. There's no timing. There's no planning put together. There's no business plan. And so a lot of you guys come out here and yes, you have a nice truck. Yes, you can get to work. You know how many guys I talk to that have a truck, can get to work, but just running in the red? 5-6 months out here doing OTR. What you been doing? Running in the red. What happened? Just running in the red, Kirk. I'm just trying to survive. What causes that? You got a cost per mile? Nah, I don't even know what to do with my cost per mile. How much you pay yourself? How much your truck make last week? Well, we make $4,000 and I pay myself $2,000. Craziness. You making more money than a drug dealer. You realize that you making more money than Pookie and Ray Ray that sell weed on the side of the road? $2,000 you pay yourself. Just craziness. You get what I'm saying? Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. I'm having this discussion because, again, I'm going to drop some gems today. You get what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Don't have your cost per mile. Don't know how much money you pay yourself. You make $5,000. You pay yourself $2,500. You get what I'm saying? You guys are just out here. So again, now we have a crisis going on. And listen, let me say this. If you're not good at it OTR, trust me, you're not gonna be good at it final mile. You're not gonna be good at it regional. Even when you're running Amazon, you're not gonna be good at it. If you're not good, Listen, if you're not good at running a successful business because you do not have a business structure and a business plan for your business, it doesn't matter what level or what field or what area you're in, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's you and your wife. And listen, if you and your wife cannot successfully manage and operate a OTR business, y'all don't keep your taxes. Y'all don't pay yourself correctly. Y'all don't have, some of y'all out here, y'all don't have a expense sheet. You don't have no form of program set up. Guys coming out here running on the ELD the incorrect way. Your driver's license expired. Your medical card expired. Your insurance expired. Or your insurance card expired. Your registration expired. No program. There's no institute. There's no program institute that let your company stay out here running successfully. I spoke to someone the other day, brand new trucking company. I remember when the guy first started. I kid you not, brand new company. Guy maxed out his safety score already. This guy already had 100 in less than 6 months. 100 points in less than 6 months. You know how you get 100 points? Every single time DOT pull you over, you got a violation. And he got more violation. You know what is two common violation? Is ELD and his hours of service. His ELD is incorrect because he's not doing what he's supposed to do, and his ELD, and he constantly driving over the time. Craziness. That's how that's a company that's not running on a program. Some of you guys go to brokers and negotiate $2,500 for the load. Broker give you the rate confirmation. Cool. Go pick up the load. All right. Back up on the load in that. Can't fit. Why? Because you all you see was 2,500. Never read the dimension. You never read the comment section in the dimension. You never read the comment section when they post the load. So you show up with a truck that can't fit a load. You waste 2-3 hours to go get a load, burn the gas out. You ain't gonna get no tonal because you never follow the procedure. Some of you guys are delivering load and you're going over there and you're taking off load out of the truck and damaging the load. Who tell you to take it off? Well, I thought I should take it off. Who said that? Well, this guy Kirky Fresh. No, I didn't. I never told. Well, I thought it was Mark. It wasn't Mark. Well, maybe it's Big Vic. One of them. Somebody. I think it's a boxer couple. Just can't be owning up to your mistake. Has to be somebody else. You're losing money in all different areas. Every aspect you go to do your job, you're losing money. You go to do a pickup. I show you guys a photo the other day of a load that tipped over in a truck. You know why? Because that guy never secured the load. Now he's in a bind. He's in a bind because, again, he never followed the procedure. So he went to do a delivery, and guess what? The load was on the side of the truck. Who you think they're gonna blame for that? You think they're gonna blame the shipper? No, they're gonna blame you. It is your responsibility to secure a load. If a load, listen, I went to pick up a drone the other day in Austin, Texas. A drone was paying $3,500. It's a partial drone. It's a single unmanned drone. Single unmanned drone was paying $3,500. It weighs about less than 5,000 pounds. It's made out of carbon fiber, real light. It's picking up from Aston going up to Ohio. I think it was Cincinnati or Columbus, one of those areas. I went to pick it up and it was on a pallet. The forklift, the guy came with a forklift, couldn't even pick it up. He said my fork won't be able to pick it up. So the guys wanted to use men to pick it up. They wanted to use some manpower to pick it up. Anyway, the way the drone is shaped, the arms of the drone sticks out. So I told the guy I'm not taking it. You know the first thing the guy said? I didn't know that you drivers have the authority to refuse load. I said, yeah, it's my truck. I can tell you no, I can tell you yeah. I can call the broker and tell him I don't want the load no more. And I refused the load because guess what? I saw that load as a potentially disaster. No, I'm not saying it's a disaster, but I'm just saying by the dimension of how it looks on the pallet and the way it's set up, I don't want to deal with that. Shout out to my mom jumping in, Miss Octavia Ray. Shout out to my mom that's in the live, man. Hit the like button, you guys come in, man. Hit the like button. We got 40 people going on in the live, man. Hit the like button, man. So I declined to take the load and I run empty. Listen to this. I didn't even get a tonneau. I run empty from Austin, Texas, which is about 3.5 hours, all the way to Dallas to pick up a next load. You know why? Because I didn't want to deal with the headache. I'd rather lose in gas and time than pick up a truck and have a liability on my hand, and then I have a claim to be filed through my insurance that's going to bump me up $7,000, $8,000 on my policy. See, some of y'all ain't got them. Those type of judgment, y'all ain't got it. Some of you think that once you book that load, you can't refuse it. Yes, you can. You can take pictures and show the broker and say, hey, man, I don't feel comfortable taking this load. I don't feel comfortable. The only thing the broker can do is get upset. A matter of fact, you have the right as a owner operator and a business as a business owner and a trucking company to refuse any load. And if a broker writes you up on 411, you call the FMCSA and you file a claim against his MC number. So a lot of the stuff that these people do, a lot of you guys are just not paying attention. You gotta pay attention to what's going on out here. Some of you guys start your business, and from the day you started till now, you've been losing. And I'm gonna tell you why you're losing. I'm gonna tell you exactly why you're losing. The number one reason why a lot of y'all are losing is your business is not structured like a business. How about that? How about that for a start? How about that? Your business doesn't structure like a business. What do you mean, Kirk? I got an LLC, man. I got an MC number and a DOT, and I got a EIN number. What are you talking about? I'm not structured. You have the certification of the business. But to run and operate, you're not structured like that. How about that? Well, I thought once I got the MC number, that's business. No, it's not. You think having a business is EIN number and LLC and all these other stuff that y'all got? No, it's not. Oh, you got all that stuff. But what about keep and care? You ever hear about keep and caring? You ever heard the word keep and caring and maintaining? How about keeping, caring, and maintaining a business? Y'all ain't structured. You get what I'm saying? Y'all ain't structured. Ain't no process. Y'all don't know how to identify people that has no credit score and their factoring company versus companies that are credit score, that have credit score and a factoring company. Y'all can't differentiate none of those two different. You don't know the difference between none. You only find it out after you put the load, deliver it, and then the broker give you hell to get your money. Your business is not structured. Some of you guys say, oh, my wife is my business partner. Well, what's she doing? Shout out to all the wives that are in the business with their husband and their whatever. But what is she doing to help you grow your business? Is she your dispatcher? Is she keeping a tab of your ELD? Is she keeping a tab of your MC number? Are you guys filing a yearly, updating a yearly MC F1 150? What is that? What is the MC 150, Kirky Fresh? Man, you gotta. You got to tell me what is that. I got to tell you. You sign the paperwork telling the government that you're going to update it every month. You don't know what every year. You don't know what it is. Or she keeping your medical card from stay valid. I had a guy one time go to a wait station. Turns out his medical card was expired. Anyway, man, let me drop this and then let me just run this play a little bit more of this video, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna but we gonna talk about it because a lot of you guys are not. I'm telling you, you guys know I give you the truth. So let me just play this a little bit more, and we gonna continue. We real recognize real. You know that you couldn't bullshit me from day one because you know I will find you in Chicago and I will burn that building down.
Hey,
so you know that you couldn't play games with me, but I gotta say to you, like, you got a lot of respect for me because of the game, and and I appreciate that. You never try to get over on me. What are some of the things? What are some of the things? Like, what are some of the worst things that you ever experienced with carriers? Because we do a lot of loads. So, and I move. Let me see. We did load with Tony. Remember Tony when we had to send him for that load down in Dallas?
Yep.
What were you think? And he was a new carrier, but what do you think about Tony?
Tony, he's good. He's good. I know our tracking team is blowing up his phone and everything, and that's it's a headache.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand that. But yeah, he's good. Like I tell every single new box truck driver or carrier, like I told you, Kirk, 3 things you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
3 things. There's 3 things. When you
go
to the shipper,
man, I told them already. Yep. I told them already, and they don't listen. So hey, go ahead.
When you go to the shipper, make sure you got your BOL in hand, right? BOL, make sure everything matches up, right? Get the BOL signed, and take pictures,
right?
Because if you take pictures, and then you get to the receiver, and they said, "Oh man, you messed up the thing," I was like, and you'd be like, "Nope, I have a picture right here. This is how they loaded it. This is how they loaded it." You know what I'm saying? So then,
right?
Because the customer will, try to dock some money or whatever, but it's like, no, you have pictures. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be safe. Those are the 3 things.
What are some of the worst experience you ever have with carriers?
Oh man, I have a lot. Oh man, I'll give you the biggest one. And this guy was new. I never worked with this guy. He called in, he gave me a ridiculous rate, and I said, "Hey, come down some. Let's keep working." It's all about relationships. So he was like, he was cool about it, but like I said, those 3 things, he didn't get the BOL signed, he didn't have the BOL in his hand, and he didn't take pictures. So he picked up this load from Los Angeles, drove all the way to Pennsylvania, and he got loaded with the wrong product.
Okay, so let me jump in and tell you what he was talking about and what he's saying for a lot of you guys who don't understand. What he's saying is that when you pick up a load, you should make sure that you get the BOL and you get the BOL sign that it does not there's a part in it where you have the shipper sign it. You can get it signed, but the most important thing is to make sure that you verify the load and take pictures of the way the load was put on your truck, because that's going to be key into delivering that load. You get what I'm saying? And that's what he was talking about, because when you have a claim come back at you, sometime if you have a pallet turnover, the shipper will the broker is going to deduct money, because now they're going to have to pay for that load if they decide not to go the insurance route. If they decide to go the insurance route, then that's going to be hell on you. But if a load was loaded a certain way that is out of your scope of controlling that load, then and you take pictures, there's nothing they can blame you for. Point in case, I had a load that was picked up in Pennsylvania, go to Oklahoma, go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was some paper, printing paper, right? White printing paper. The pallets are very narrow. So by the time I get there, one of the pallet tipped over and damaged. The broker wanted to charge me the same amount of money, which was $2,600 for 7 pallets. They wanted to charge me the same amount of money as the delivery fee that they were paying me. You know how I end up don't pay for that? The guy who received it did not sign that there was a damage to it. And I had pictures. But the pallet that tipped over was not one of the pallets that was put on the truck last. It was in the middle. So I wouldn't be able to see that pallet was going to tip over anyway. Well, it turns out, I think the way the pallet were so narrow, I think either one of the leg came loose or break or whatever, and then the pallet tip over. But at the end of the day, the guy who received it did not sign that there was a pallet damage. And so when I sent it, I had a clean BOL. So this is how you protect yourself from all of these claims. See, some of you guys come on here and you guys have these claim after claim after claim after claim. You have claim against a company. You have 411 written up on your MC number. You have brokers getting called about your attitude and the way you approach people at the delivery and the pickup. You have all these sort of things that's going on. I think we were talking about a live. We were doing a live the other day, and I don't remember if it was my live or Mark live, and somebody asked a question, and I said I wasn't trying to be funny, but I don't know how to answer all of y'all questions because I'm not going through those stuff. You can't ask me how to get in contact with 411. I've never been on 411 before. I don't deal with that mess. I don't know what the process is. You get what I'm saying? I can tell you about picking up a load and don't successfully deliver it because of a natural disaster, and then I have to take it back, and the fight that me and the broker go through. I can tell you about that process. But as far as y'all going and getting in with people, y'all getting into these fights and getting into arguments and telling people that they're black and they're just a ninja at their job, and dudes are you're just a paycheck to paycheck job worker or whatever. I don't get into those stuff. Y'all get into these arguments. Guys go to places and getting into argument with people that's no concern about getting into argument with. I don't get into those issues. Telling dudes they're just a ninja. You're just a ninja with a 9 to 5 job, bro. Bro, you ain't ish, bro. Bro, you know who I am, bro? Bro, I'm from Chicago, bro. You don't want to mess with me, bro. You have a trucking company with a logo that represents you. I don't get into those stuff. You ask me how to get out of that mess. I don't know. I don't go there and get into argument with people. Listen, this is my concept. My simple concept is to bring home a paycheck every single week. And if I gotta get some guy sometime tell me I'm a loser, if I got some guy that say you a Jamaican guy and you don't believe you not supposed to be in the United States of America, if I gotta go through all of that, all I care about is bringing home my paycheck. You understand what I'm saying? All I care about is bringing home $5, $10, $15, $40,000 a month. That's all I care about. I could care about all the other stuff. You think the lady at the window phased me? You think she? Oh, you just so you can you wait, please? You think she get me mad for what? Y'all get mad. Oh no, you on the phone? You on the phone with your wife and a Bluetooth? Oh no, who the hell she thinks she's talking to? She moves, man. She be watch her mom, man. Yeah, bro. It's not that serious, man. It's not that serious. It's not. Listen. Remember what I said. If you don't remember anything your boy Kirky first said, remember this. Focus on your paycheck. That's it. Focus on bringing home your wife, your kids, safely return home with a paycheck. The guy that had the warehouse, he already on a paycheck. You're trying to get a paycheck. When you go to pick up a load, you're trying to earn your paycheck. He's already on his paycheck. Does that make any sense? Y'all hit the like button, man. Cause y'all see why. That's why I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all, you know I come with the truth. Hit the like button. He already on his paycheck. So why am I gonna get in an argument with a guy when I'm trying to get my paycheck? It's Monday. Tomorrow is Monday, my first load. I'm trying to get this $7,000 for the week. I'm out here trying to pick up this $2,500. I got some guy coming in with a bad attitude. It's Monday. You think I'm worrying about his attitude, man? You think I worry about he's from Chicago and used to live in Old Block? You think I care about some guy that used to live in the trenches of Detroit? But now I had a guy call me 3 months ago. Getting a heated discussion with a guy at a warehouse somewhere down in Atlanta till dudes are telling people where they're from. And you lucky that I'm not there no more and I'm changed my life. Like, man, you go to pick up a $1,200 load, bro, and you get into all of that war stuff. Then you get the broker gonna lecture you. And on top of that, you got a new authority. So now you got a new authority. You cursing out a guy at a warehouse. You get into some of y'all, you know what y'all need to stop do too? Some of y'all need to stop go to these warehouses and stop hitting on these women. Stop do it. They laugh with you and they make it seems like they're with you, but when you leave, they call the broker and tell them don't send you back. You never hear about the phony smile? Y'all never heard about that concept where people will laugh and talk with you like everything is good, and then when you leave, they throw you under the bus? Y'all should be knowing better than that, man. Y'all coming out here laughing with some of these girls at these warehouses in front of 4 different girls. Got 4 or 5 women in the office, and one of them is supervisor, and she hearing you going off, and you running your mouth. And when you leave, because they really need the load to move, they tell the broker, don't send that guy back. I had a guy happen. And when I asked him, hey, man, I was just joking. Yeah, you're joking, but it costs you now to lose a relationship with a broker. See why I say y'all ain't running a business? Some of y'all just out here. Just chilling. Just, hey, man, I'm just here. Hey, man, I'm running in the red, and I'm just building vibes. I'm just going with the flow. You want a girl in every state you go. At a shipping company. You're not building relationship to get load. You're building relationship so you can stay over. One night when you in Houston, you can just drop at her house. You think I don't know what's going on, man? Hey, man, hit the like button, man. It gets some of y'all in trouble. Some of y'all getting into trouble. So the reason why a lot of you guys, the market is crashing around you, or you think the box truck market is crashing, is because of these very things. Y'all think the market is crashing. Y'all ain't making no money because of these very things. Now, the rates are low because the demand and supply is low. You get what I'm saying? But as far as your box truck business getting put out of service because there's no supply chain at all, that's not true. Because again, as you guys can see, if you don't make it in OTR, you can do final mile. If you don't make it in final mile, you can use the app. So there's work for the box truck. The box truck market is not crashing. Your business structure is crashing. The way you structure your business is crashing. Your attitude behind running your business is crashing. The people you have around you and the way you operate and supply your whole entire service to people out there is crashing. You get what I'm saying? So if you guys are out here and you guys are running around and you're not making money in one area, somebody in the comment section says it's oversaturated. Okay, it's oversaturated in every field? Are you telling me it's oversaturated everywhere? Because history have shown you that if there's a high demand over here, it's not going to be a high demand in every area. And me and Mark and a lot of other YouTubers have done a lot of live where we already come to the conclusion that about 70, let's say about 65 to about 75% of y'all don't want to do OTR. So when y'all come up with this oversaturated stuff, it's not oversaturated because y'all are going in the same area, in the same field. You get what I'm saying? It's oversaturated because, again, it might be oversaturated in one area, but it's not oversaturated in every area. I know a lot of guys said this when we were doing the live one time, and there was a high volume of box truck doing OTR. Everybody was running over the road. And it was me and what's it called it? I forgot the YouTuber name. Me and him was doing a live, right? And people were saying, oh, OTR is oversaturated. It's oversaturated. You get what I'm saying? And everybody was saying that's oversaturated. But then when you look at the people that are doing final mile, there was nobody doing final mile. None. Zero. Everybody was doing two things. And y'all remember, everybody was doing two things in the height of the pandemic: Amazon and trying to be OTR. A matter of fact, the volume of people that were out here doing OTR and was running all over the place, if not, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Amazon was even the highest percentage of people that were doing. People were in Amazon at a higher volume. Listen, Amazon accepted over, I think it was, they did the numbers. I forgot what the numbers was, but they did a number and they said that in 1 month, they had accepted over 400,000 new authority. They did an analysis on it in 1 month, and they did a number of how much people applied and how much people were approved and how much people get denied. In the pandemic, there was a number done on it. Not only that, Amazon did a number, the FMCSA did a number also. And they said that in the pandemic, there was a spike in the application for new authority. Let me drop the bombshell on you too. There was a spike in the application for the pandemic, and people were getting approved left, right, and center. Right? Now listen to this. At the end of the pandemic, there was also a fall of people that were closing or putting their MC number on hold because they were coming out of the box truck. They couldn't manage it no more. And there was data that they were keeping track of all of those stuff. So, like I said one time, every single week we were going in the pandemic. If you had 10 people that were coming in, there were 8 or 7 people that were quitting. So all we were doing in the pandemic was just recycling those people. So to you, it looked oversaturated, just like Amazon. When everyone was running to Amazon, and everybody, it was just a recycle of different people. You get what I'm saying? And so not every market was saturated. It's just like you got Lyft, Uber, and the taxi company. Uber is one of the highest. Uber right now takes everybody. It's the number one place to go. Nobody really call Lyft like that. Lyft got their people, but Lyft is not as popular as Uber. You don't even remember that there's a toxic company because they're at the bottom. But so if you want to say Uber is oversaturated, yeah, I'll give you that, because then you say, yeah, it's oversaturated on the Lyft side. But what about on the Uber side? It's oversaturated on the Uber side, but what about the Lyft side? Is it oversaturated? No, it's not. What about being a taxi driver? Is it oversaturated over there? No, it's not. What about OTR? Is it oversaturated over there with Rent a Truck in the height of the pandemic? Yeah, because every YouTuber was talking about it. Just like you got YouTubers that was promoting Amazon peak season, running around in a box truck, making peak season money. Yeah, everybody was running over there. But what about Final Mile? Final Mile, ain't nobody got time for that, Kirk, man. Man, you crazy as that, man. Them YouTubers say we can make 10 grand a day, bro. We gonna be a millionaire by the end of the week. Are we talking about Final Mile? Man, they ain't lifting up nothing. Man, Amazon is paying $500-$600 a day, bro. I can do five stop and I can make $5,000 in 2 days. That's what was going on. But when you look at the app, I heard Mark talk about the app. Mark talk about all these different apps. Y'all been on the app, right? But ain't nobody was talking about the app. Not one YouTuber was talking about no app. But now we have everybody talking about hops and Final Mile and wanna be this and wanna be that, and man, I'm quitting OTR because ain't no money there, and yeah, that don't work for me, and Kirk, I'm trying to do the partial because that's the only thing that makes sense, and a whole bunch of stuff. But at the end of the day, regardless of whatever field you decide to go in, you have to have a structure. Your business got to be structured. Some of you guys come out with, you know what, the next thing some of you guys do? You come out with $50,000 and come with your $50,000 to start a business. Meaning that when you're ready to go, you only have $5,000 left. You buy every single thing and sign up for every single thing. You get the best of the best. You get stuff that y'all don't even need. And when you come out here, you only got $5,000. And then when we do a cost per mile and take all the information, you got an $800 pallet jack. Why I never get a $300 one? Yeah, I watch YouTube, man. They say that's the best one. Cool. Cool. YouTube tell it to buy $1,000 pallet jack. All right, cool. I give it that. You made a mistake. What else you got? Yeah, I went to get some blanket, man, and I buy blanket. How much your blanket? Yeah, I pay $80 per blanket. Okay, but they got the same blanket at Arbor Freight for $20, for $15. Sometimes they got special. They give you 2-3 blanket for some $20, $30, whatever. Nah, I ain't looking no deal, man. I'm just trying to get in. I ain't got no time to research no deal, Kirky Fresh. I'm trying to get in, man. YouTube is saying that I gotta go. All right, cool. You made a next mistake. You got load bar? Yeah, I got 5. Why do you need 5? Well, a guy on YouTube said he got 5 because, it's best to got more. Okay, cool. You got 5. Why don't you pay for one? I pay $170. Why you buy? Well, he said that if you need those type, you got to get this type. So by the time you look at the equipment that y'all got, y'all just go with what has been said on the internet. Instead of buy a $20 blanket, you buy an $80 blanket. Instead of buy a $500, $400 pallet jack, you buy a $1,000 pallet jack. Instead of buy 2 bars and start out and start work to get your way up to you can whatever, you just buy all 5. You got strap? Yeah, I got 15 strap. How much you pay for one? $80? Damn. What kind of strap is those? The strap you have is for flatbed. Flatbed strap. You went and buy flatbed strap to pull 12 pallet in a box truck. No structure. And the people that are selling you, they're not going to guide you. They're not going to be your guidance. They're not going to be the one who's going to say, wait a minute, are you going to put this in a box truck? Yeah. No, you buying the wrong truck. Y'all buying these stuff on the internet. Some of y'all got chains in your truck. I saw a guy got chains in his truck. Big thick chains, like you're gonna hang some of these white people for the atrocity they've done. Craziness. Chains so thick that you could let a human, you want to sink somebody in the ocean, you just go get those chains. You get what I'm saying? How much you pay for the chain? Well, I go to Home Depot, I saw a special. They said that if you buy 2 bags, you can get it for $400. So I just bought me 2. What are you gonna do with the chain? Well, the guys I was watching, this guy was following on Instagram. He was saying that sometime when you go to a spot, you might need to pull the pallet out and you're gonna need these big heavy chains. Correct. Because you do need chains sometime. But you know whose responsibility is that? The shipper or the receiver. The receiver. The receiver is listen. The receiver is responsible of taking off the load at whatever cost necessary. Your load, see, some of y'all get y'all duty mixed up. Your duty is to load and secure. Load, secure, and transport safely. That's your duty. Get it load, secure the pallet, and transport it safely. You buying a top, listen, I pay $1,700 for my pallet jack. I have a powered pallet jack. I pay $1,700 for it. Get what I'm saying? I'm a partial guy. That's why I bought a powered pallet jack. I pick up pallets sometimes that are 6,000-7,000 pounds for 4 pallets, 5 pallets. Some of these pallets are 3,000 pounds per pallet. I'm not gonna be pumping up a $200, $300 pallet jack to strain my back and that. You get what I'm saying? But you guys are buying these equipment and then go to these brokers and be their buddy. All right, bro, let me help y'all out. That's not your job. Your job is not to go to receiving department and help people out. Are you getting paid? No, man. Man, I'm a cool dude, man. I'm cool like that. That's $250 if you ask me. That's $175 if you ask me. That's $70, $75 if you ask me. Sure, I don't do nothing for free. If they can't take it out with a pallet jack or a forklift, and I gotta get my chain and I gotta get my pallet jack and move stuff around, somebody gonna have to pay for that. Some of you show up with a loading dock is low, or the loading dock is not, they don't have a loading dock. And they say, hey man, we gonna need you to take it off the truck with your lift gate. All right, you like, yes sir, no problem. And you go in the truck, boom. Just start offloading, no question asked, no nothing. And then you're coming down with a last pallet. I had a Jamaican guy call me one time. He went to do a delivery. Show up, and the guy, it was a construction site. Y'all know these construction sites ain't got no loading dock. They supposed to have a big forklift that's supposed to go in the back of the truck. Unfortunately, when he shows up, it wasn't working. So what did he do? He went and delivered a pallet. Well, unfortunately, he was delivering tile for the floor because they were going to tile the building. Never call a broker and tell a broker, hey, this is a situation. I'm going to need more money. Somebody over here got to pay your boy because, I'm going to have to use my lift gate, blah, blah. Well, he's taking down the last pallet. And unfortunately for him, the last pallet was heavier than the rest of the pallet. And you know what happened to the last pallet? It slipped off the truck while it was coming down. and tip over and damage every single pallet. Then he calls me. I always wonder why y'all call me when y'all get in trouble. Then he called me with his Jamaican accent. Hey, road boy Kirk, wagwan man. I'm in a little bind now. I need your help, boss. What happened? Boy, you want to see I go on a delivery now and I take off the thing and the thing drop a ground star and now the broker say I'm going to try iron because guess what? I never call the man B. So what in a case, people always ask me this. In a case like this, what can I do? Why y'all don't call me before y'all do your damage? Why you always call me afterwards? y'all don't call me and be like, Kirk, I got this load. They don't have a forklift. There is supposed to be a forklift that taking it off the truck, but it's not working. They want me to driver assist this off. What should I do? Y'all don't call me and explain that. Y'all call after the damage is done. And then I'm like, I can't help you. I can't help you. I cannot help you in any of those stuff. You know what I'm saying? So again, a lot of you guys, you need to focus. Inexperienced carriers are having too many issues. And it goes against your MC number, believe it or not. Some of y'all worrying about, y'all crying about these brokers not giving you load. Some of y'all is the main reason why y'all ain't got no load. Anyway, let's continue with Joey and let's hear what he has to say. So he picked up a load from Los Angeles, California, drove over 2,000 miles, showed up in Pennsylvania, and the freight is not even a correct freight.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And what happened after that?
And he was yelling at me, and I'm like, hey, like I can't be there. I can't help you load. You gotta be responsible and look at the BOL, make sure everything matches up. Look at all the paperwork, and when it gets loaded, like when the freight's on the thing, there's a paper on the freight that shows up on the BOL,
right?
That you signed everything. So then that happened. He didn't do those steps I told him to do, and then he was yelling at me saying that I need to pay him extra money to go back and drop it off. And it's like, hey.
So here you have a guy that picks up in California, bring it over to Pennsylvania, and now he's stuck with a load on his truck because he never read the BOL and verify that the load is his. Guys, we got to stop making these decisions. This is why a lot of y'all think the box truck business is crashing. That's why y'all think the market is crashing. Y'all ain't doing the right thing. The market around us is not crashing. Let me break this down. Are you a smoker? Do you drink beer? Do you guys watch movie? Do you guys eat popcorn? Do you guys wear clothes, wear shoes? Do y'all have these everyday life needed stuff that y'all need for you and your family? Y'all need it, right? So who you think gonna always be taking those stuff? You think they're gonna appear in the store by itself? It's gonna be transported by a truck. And if it doesn't get transported by a box truck, it's gonna be transported in a semi and then get transferred in a box truck. Or if it doesn't get transferred to a box truck from point A to point B, even when it's going to the store, it's going to be transported in a box truck. You go to New York City tomorrow, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, go down to Chicago, go to any state, go down to the city side, and you tell me how many 53-footer you see doing store deliveries. You go to any neighborhood tomorrow. I go to furniture stores. I go there and I pick up 50 boxes, 80 boxes, 120. I pick up whatever amount of boxes I need to pick up. And I take it to a warehouse. if your wife buy a chest of drawers, if she buy a dresser, if she buy a lamp, if she buys something, when you go into the neighborhood, do you see a semi delivering that, or do you see a box truck? When you go to any of these places, you go to the Chinese places in New York tomorrow, go to the wholesales, you go any field at all, you go to the ice factory, the place that make the ice, you go and tell me how many semi versus how many box truck that you see doing their daily route. You get what I'm saying? You go to a movie theater, you go to Six Flags, you go to any one of these companies that accept concession, and you tell me if you see a bunch of 53-footer delivering, it's all box truck. So when y'all think the market is crashing around box truck, it's not. The way you structure your business is crashing. See, what happened is, because you're not running on a structure, and because your business is not running on a structure, in your mind, the market is creating an illusion around you that business is bad. Now, we talk about this, that supply and demand is low. That's never going to go away until the market pick back up. But even with the supply and the demand is low, you still can move your truck from point A to point B. You still can move around and get a paycheck at the end of the week. It might not be $5,000, $6,000, but you're still going to be able to operate at some point, bring home a paycheck. But if you're not structuring, and some of you guys come out here, you make $5,000, you're paying yourself $2,000, $2,000. You have no structure, like I said. $2,000, you get more money than me. Listen, if the United States government get $1, I think Donald Trump get $1. He get $1 for being a president. Or whichever president get $1. You get 25. You understand? You get $1,900. Man, you get more money than the president a week. You have no PDF set up. No itemized thing in your PDF folder. Your wife is a business accountant for some big firm. She's good at computer. Your sister, your girlfriend work for some law firm. Your wife got degree in this, that, and the third. She and you in business, but ain't no structure. You just hire a dispatcher and leave everything up to them to run their business. I don't know, man. So I'm going to tell you how you can survive in this business. And I'm going to tell you how you can at least start to make some money and make moves to make it make sense. When I started years ago, I had a buddy that gave me this website. Now they're a company that they do a lot of data and all that stuff for company. But the reason why I bring this up, and you guys can just take a look. But this website, I remember when I started, a buddy of mine gave me this website, and he said, look, go on this website and you can start get familiar with brokers in the areas and companies in the areas. So I went on this website, and it's a long list of people. Now, this is for new carriers. This is for old carriers. This is for OTR. This is for regional. And this is for people who want to stay home every night. Can't say I don't get. See, y'all YouTubers be telling y'all they're going to give it a list. And there's many more websites like this right here that I'm showing you. You get what I'm saying? You guys need to take the time and go and sign up with some of these logistic company. I said it all the time. Sign up with logistic company in your area. You in Chicago, there's a lot of, where's that, Elk Grove? You got a lot of logistic company over there. You got East Chicago, West Chicago, wherever you guys can find a logistic company. There are websites that can give you a laundry list of logistic company that are in your area that does dedicated route, that does local route, that does OTR, also that does a combination of both. I used to work for a company that have me do local in the day and OTR at night. I used to run to Boston, Connecticut in my box truck. Let me tell you my route. Let me tell you what I used to do. I used to deliver shoes for DSW. I used to deliver Hugo Boss clothes. Used to deliver to the store. I used to get pallets, and I have 3-4 stores. I used to start at 5 o'clock in the morning, and by 1 o'clock, I'm done. I used to make $6,000 a week running local and OTR in my box truck. I would come back in the night because they would start the loadout they would start at 4:30 in the I think it's 3 o'clock in the evening. The night shift would come in, and by 8 o'clock they wrap the pallets up, and they would start to distribute the pallets. When the pallets are need to go to different warehouses and they cannot go on the semi, and so I would be taking load to New Jersey. I would take place from North Jersey to South Jersey. I used to go to Pennsylvania. I used to go upstate New York. I used to go to Buffalo. I used to go to Boston. I used to go to Connecticut. I used to go out to Long Island in New York. 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night. I'll be coming back home 3, 4 o'clock in the morning sometime. Mind you, I got a load that I got to be at work the next morning. So sometime I come back, run home, take a shower, and then come right back to work. Sometime I finish, I start at 8 o'clock and I finish at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. That depends on how heavy the stuff is and how many pallets I got to take. You got to secure the code. I got to put in code. I got to offload pallet. I got to pick up a pallet. I got to drop it off. I got to drop one place. I got to take 12 pallets in Connecticut, in Stanford, and just come back home. I used to make crazy money doing that stuff. See, the problem with a lot of you guys, y'all don't want to sacrifice. In a market like this, y'all ain't want to sacrifice. Y'all got to switch it up. Y'all got to switch your game up. You got to switch your whole profile up. I used to work for Mike. Me and Mark the Mentor talk about Mike, Select Express. I used to go to Select Express in the morning, back my truck up at the loading dock, and I get 4 or 5 stops. I'm getting $600-$700 for the day. New York, Connecticut, in New Jersey. Sometimes I'm all the way up in New Jersey, all over New Jersey. Sometime I'm on my way doing one thing. Mike called me and said, "Hey, Kirk, I got a pallet picking up over here. Go pick it up from Baker's Warehouse. They're over here in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, New Jersey. That's next to Easton." Or I'll get a call from Mike. They want you to pick up some beds. You used to pick up these nursing home beds that picks up from the warehouse. And then you got to drop it at the nursing home. They got brand new freight that comes in that need to pick up from one warehouse to be delivered so that customer can have a new bed to sleep in. And as the day go by, Mike would say, "I know I start you with $7, but by the time I'm done, I'm making $18, $19, $2,000, $3,000 in 2 days." Some of y'all come out here and you sign up with these logistic company, and one phone call, man, oh no, man. This is you on the phone. "Oh no, Mike, I think, man, I gotta go home, man, cause me and my girl, I was planning to like go got dinner and shit. You know, man, you know what it is, man." And Mike is like, "All right, no problem." And then he hold you accountable. Because he's going to stay in the office, or he's going to see you the next morning and said, "Oh, I know who not to call when I got extra work," because they don't want to make no money. He do it all the time. Him and Ethan would sit down and said, don't even call that guy. Dispatcher, Betty and Mary and all of them, they would say, don't even call Mark the mentor. He ain't gonna do crap for you. Shout out to Mark the mentor, but Mark know what I'm talking about because Mark has an account with them at the time and we used to run together. So if he calls Mark and he said, hey, I can rely on Mark and I can rely on Kirk. Listen, I used to leave. Let me tell you something. I used to work for Select Express. I used to leave from New Jersey with a load. I remember this. I used to leave from all the way down. Mike gave me a load one time from Jersey all the way to Atlanta and keep me in Atlanta for a whole entire week. Mike gave me a next load that let me stay in Maryland for 4 days. Pay for hotel and everything because they were covering a container store because they were short a driver in Maryland. You remember Betty? When my wife got pregnant, Betty was the one who put her on game. Shout out to Mark. You know Betty. Betty is a wonderful lady. You get what I'm saying? I go to Maryland and stay there. They pay for hotel. They let you stay there because they were short a driver. Y'all don't want to stay out. Nah, man, I got to be home with my girl, bro. Mike, I can't do it, man. Those things go to your credit in your company. Because these guys is going to say, yeah, I know I can rely on this guy. I know I can always call on you. I know, and they're going to go the extra mile. You know how many times me and Mike talk about a particular price, and when I get paid, I get more than what we talk about? Because Mike show, when we used to do Bye Bye Baby, and we used to go to Bye Bye Baby, and we used to take up these stuff, and Bye Bye Baby, Mark the mentor can tell you that's home delivery. You scratch one of these people wall, you step in here, you got to take your shoes off. You got to have these stuff to put on your shoes so when you walk in these customer house, you're not messing up their floor or taking any debris on your shoes. You get what I'm saying? And we go in and we set up and we did a wonderful job. You get $200 by the end of the day. From different customers. You get $300. You get water. You get food. You got people. We go to places where people are big corporate managers that give you gift card. So, oh man, the next time you in Starbucks, here's a gift card. $200. You buy Starbucks still a week. Y'all want to grow your business? This is why the market look like it's crashing. Because y'all ain't want to step out of the scope. So here's a website. The list of people that you can go and sort yourself out. Because after this, I don't know what to tell you. You from Iowa? 50-50 freight is iron. Go check them out. Go check them out. You from Alabama? All y'all down there is just chilling out. AMX Logistic. Go look it up. You get what I'm saying? You from Louisiana? You got a supply chain down there. Hey, you people from Georgia. You see what I'm saying? It's there. Go there. North Carolina, I got something for you. Armstrong. Armstrong is one of the biggest broker also. And a lot of these companies are brokers. A lot of these companies have their own warehouses. You from Texas? Here we go. We got something for Texas. You from Iowa? We got something from Iowa. Go on the website. Go check it out. It's there. Florida people. Go look it up. Go look and sign up with these companies. Tennessee. And like I said, some of these companies are new, old. Some of these companies are they're strictly box truck. Some of them is not strictly box truck. They're strictly OTR. Some of them is a combination of both. Some of them is local. You got to just go through and find the one that fit your company need. Sit down and go through and start looking at these logistic companies in your area. Start getting your own customer. DAT don't work for you, go get your own customer. That don't work for you, go sign up with multiple load board and try to get access to their load board. I mean, sign up with multiple brokers and get access to their load board. I told you guys about TQL. They got a load board. C.H. Robinson got a load board. Landstar got a load board. Y'all pay these crazy money for these DAT and just stuck. Yeah, I ain't gonna move, man. You know, Kirky Fresh, man, it's hard out here. What are you using? DAT? I signed up with TQL last week, man. They gave me a load. They got access to their load board? Nope. Do you know they got a load board? No, I didn't know that. You got C.H. Robinson? Yeah, I got C.H. Robinson, man. I got all of them. C.H. Robinson. I watch you live, man. You said C.H. Robinson. Did you sign up and get access to their load board? Nope. That's why the market seems like it's crashing around. This is why a lot of you guys come out here and you say, "Oh man, it's not working for me." I give you the list. Listen, after this live, I don't know what to tell you. Partial. Let's talk about a partial. Yeah, what about partial, man? That's what I want. Okay, cool. Let's talk about it. What about it you want to know? Well, the brokers say I can't take two load on the truck together. Why? Because one is paying dedicated. Then you should be getting dedicated rate. If not, go to hell. Tell him, hey, you ain't paying dedicated? You got to go to hell. Well, Kirk, you said do partial, right? Yeah, cool. But, man, I can't seem to get the time right. I can't seem to get the day right because every broker I call, they want me to deliver next day. Who tell you that? I'm just assuming that's what they want. Did you ask? No, I don't ask them. I'm just saying that I think that once you pick it up, you should deliver it the next day. Did you ask? Did you negotiate your delivery time while you were negotiating your rate? Nah, I never said. Nah, I'm just assuming that's how it works. That's why partial don't work for y'all. Hey, Kirk, okay, so let me ask you a question. I'm telling you the question that I'm getting, and I'm giving you the answer now. Okay, Kirk, so I'm in Chicago, right? So you're saying that if I pick up, so what if I pick up in Chicago? What if I pick up my first load in Chicago and I'm going to Dallas? You're saying I should wait till I get a second load, then I leave? Or I should leave and look a partial on the way? What should I do? What did I tell you guys all the time? Once you negotiate your first load and you understand the time that you have to deliver it, then that's going to determine where you get your second load. Not only that is going to tell you where do you get your second load, but your rate should be as if you got no load on the truck. See, some of y'all are picking up one partial and then lowballing yourself on the second partial. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, this one paid $1,200, right? But then because you already got a $1,200, the broker posts for $900, you don't even negotiate the $9. You just say, yeah, it's good rate, I'll take it. And then you do 12 and 9. 12 and 9, what is that? 12 and 9? All right, I'm good. I'm running. My cost per mile is, what am my cost per mile again? I don't know, but I'm good. I'm just running. No, man. Your first and second load should be like there's no load on the truck. I told people that all the time. I had a broker told me the other day, he had a guy pick up a load for $800 from Jersey to Ohio, $800, a full box truck, a load that paid $1,400. He has a guy do it for $800. And what he asked the guy, he said, hey, man, when the guy delivered, he asked him, he said, hey, how do you run that load so cheap? He said, man, I was just trying to get something to get out of here, man. I was just trying to grab a load and leave, man. I just wanted to just, come back over here in this area. Just desperate. You can't run business being desperate. You think that broker is going to say, hey, man, you're lowballing yourself because really and truly, that lane paid $1,400. but you wanted 8 and you got a box truck, we're talking about a 7,000 pound load that is 10 pallet. 10 pallets, 7,000 pound from New Jersey to Ohio, $1,400. He run it for $800. Why? Yeah, I was just trying to leave Jersey, man. And he was in an area that is known to give out partial. Not a common question I got. Well, how do you book multiple load at the same time? How do you go to a place and try to get a bunch of girls? Same way. Go to the mall and you're trying to hit on some chicks the same way. You call one, get her number. You call the next one, get her number. You call the next one, get her number. Same way. Call one broker, get that load. Call the next broker, get that load. Call the next broker, get that load. And then you said all of them in order, go in the same direction, deliver either different days or the same day within a certain radius, and that's how you successfully do partial. I don't know what else to tell you guys. You guys are good at one thing but bad in the next thing. I don't get it. It's the same concept. Same thing. I got another question people like to ask me. Because y'all be dying, y'all be killing me with these partial questions. Well, how do I know how to negotiate? Some of y'all got the biggest issue negotiating. Biggest problem. That's your biggest enemy. How do I know what's a good rate, Kirk? How do I know what to ask for the load? How do I know how much do I need to tell the broker? Like we said in the video early on, once you understand your cost per mile, you're good to go. That's your start. That should be your starting point. Let me give you in a different term. But this only works if you understand your cost per mile. But let me give you a little quick gems. Right? If you have a load that is running, let's say you have a load that's going 1,200 miles. I'm going to just give you a little quick gems. If you have a load that's going 1,200 miles, the broker is offering you $1,500. You divide the mileage into 2, and whatever your cost per mile is, on the divide of the mile, you add it on the $1,500. And that's a start. What do you mean? If it's 1,200 miles, you're going to divide it into 2. But for you to do it like that, you have to know your cost per mile. If the broker is offering you $1,200, $1,500, you divide the 12 into 2. And then you're going to add your cost per mile to the 600 mile, and you're going to add the 600 mile, whatever cost that is, to the 1,500. And when you call the broker, you start at that rate. I don't understand what I don't know. Ask your girl. She get it. I don't know. Well, what if there's no rate? Good. I know you was gonna ask that question. What if they don't have no rate? Well, good. Because I know you was gonna come with that question. So again, your cost per mile is going to determine your starting rate. So if your starting rate, if your mile is 1,000 miles and your cost per mile is $1.50, then you should start at your cost per mile rate. Then you're going to divide whatever mile it is, and then you're going to add the cost per mile on top of whatever the division is, whatever you divide it is. And then whatever number that comes up with. So if your cost per mile tell you that you need to be at $800 and it's 1,000 miles, you divide 1,000 times into 2, and then you add your cost per mile on top of 500, and that will bump the rate up. And so when you call a broker, you say, hey man, I want to be at 1200. Does that make sense? They're writing it down, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting for answers in the comment section. It gets me all the time, man. It gets me all the time. And that's how I get my rate. Okay, let's do it a different way. You want me to give you a different way again? Let's do it a different way. Let's say you don't have a cost per mile. Let's say you have no cost per mile, zero. You don't know what your cost per mile is. And then the broker don't put any number on the board. So you don't know your cost per mile, right? And the broker doesn't put any rate for you to start. How do you come up with a number? Because that's the problem with a lot of y'all. Y'all can't come up with a first number. See, y'all, man, I'm telling you, hit the like button, man. Let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can get my boy in here to help me out, man. I'm gonna drop the link, man. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all be wilding, man. Y'all be going in. I'm gonna drop the link, man. Y'all want to ask any question? Come in the comment section, man. I just dropped the link. If there's no money on the table for you to start, and the broker has 6 pallets, and I'm talking about, guys, I'm talking about partial now. I'm not talking about full truckload. I'm talking about partial. So the 2 description I just gave you, it's for partial. This is why y'all coming up with these ridiculous numbers. If there's no number on the table, there's no offer. Broker just put 10 pallet. Broker just put 4 pallet, 800 mile, and pick up today, whatever. And a bunch of y'all got a problem with that. You're stuck. Well, how do I offer? What should I offer? Let's give you a scenario, right? Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. When you come in the comment section, man, drop something in the comment section, man. All right? Hit the like button. Share the video, man. Hit the like button, because a lot of you guys, I'm going in today because I hear this all the time. The market. But is it the market or is it you? Okay, let's get back to this. There's no number on the table. These guys has no number. So now you're a new authority, right? This is why your cost per mile is so key, because the problem with a lot of people when you don't have a cost per mile, you're constantly stuck because you don't know what number to start at. This is why the cost per mile is very important, and so important for you guys to understand the cost per mile. But let's just say there's no cost per mile, right? Okay, cool. Let me give you a different scenario. You guys got your pen and paper? Because some of these stuff, y'all got to write it down. 5 pallets going 1,000 miles. No broker. The broker doesn't give a rate. How much would it take for it? I don't know, Kirk. How much you think I should take for it? What should I offer? Okay, here we go. If it's paying 1,000 miles, if it's going 1,000 miles and it's 5 pallets, then if you're running a truck, the average box truck run at $1.46 per mile to $1.67. But let's just say the broker is not willing to pay you $1.60 or $1.40. See what I'm saying? All right, we're getting partial, right? Well, you're gonna take your first 1,000 mile and you're gonna say you want $1 for the first 1,000 mile, right? So now you want $1,000, right? But it's only 5 pallets. But he's not gonna give you $1,000 because again, he's gonna say that you're only getting 5 pallets, right? Or if he agrees to give you $1,000, that's $1,000. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna again take that $1,000 that is gonna be for your mile, because most box truck, based on y'all costs, y'all running more than $1 a mile anyway. So at least 1,000 would be a start. So you're gonna negotiate. You're gonna say, I need to be over $1 a mile. So you're gonna take 1,000, which is the first 1,000 for the mile that you're gonna run. Then you're gonna divide the 1,000 into 2, and then you're gonna add your additional cost per mile and the $500. You're gonna use that at a start. Now let's just say the broker, he wants to pay $1,200, but your offer is $1,500. Let's say he wants to pay you $1,100. Keep in mind it's a partial. So if you're $1,500 and he's willing to pay $1,200, then at least you're gonna negotiate with him from there. You're gonna say, well, I need 15. He said, nah, I'm gonna pay you 12. Well, it's a partial, 5 pallets picking up from point A to point B, and it's gonna cost you at least $1 to run it, right? So you can start by dividing those numbers, right? Or what you can do is you can say, okay, I'll take $1,000, at least run $1 per mile. And then if I'm going to take a next partial, I'm going to make sure that the second partial is going to at least be over $1. And so now if your first load is paying $1,000 and your second load is paying 15, now you have 25. But what if the broker doesn't even want to pay you he doesn't even want to pay you $1 per mile? Then leave it alone, because naturally it's not profitable for you. Get what I'm saying? So if he says, I don't want to pay you, I want to pay you $500 for 5 pallets, and it's 3,000 pounds, 4,000 pounds, and he's not even paying you $1, then leave it alone. Because even if he gives you $500, even if you were supposed to still divide the 1,000 mile into 2 and then add the cost per mile and that, it still will bring you close to 1,000 to even start to negotiate with him. But if he's only stuck on paying you $600, $750, then I would just walk away from it. Because they know what the market is and what a truck should be at to at least operate on a profit. Does that make any sense to you guys? So for all you guys who don't know and have no idea how to start negotiate, use that. I just hear somebody saying in my, well, I called brokers before and they want to pay $500 for it. They want to pay $450 for 5 pallet, 4,000 pounds. Then leave it alone. Like me and Mark talk about in the other channel, nobody's forcing you to take anything. The bottom line is, this is why your cost per mile is important. If you feel that you've been lowball and you need to be a particular, like the broker just said, if you need to be a particular, come up with a number. And if you need to be at that number and a broker is way below the number that you need to be at, then leave it. Move to the next one. Don't get into these arguments and get into these fits about these rates. Just leave it alone. Move to the next call. You get what I'm saying? And if you get $1,200 for your first load, because remember, we're talking about partial, then if you move to your next load and that broker is putting up an offer, $1,700, and you already get 12 for your first one, then you already know that 17 and 12, now you're at 2,900. You book the 2 load, you're going down to from Chicago to Atlanta. Now you know you're running at least almost $3,000, whatever the cost per mile is on that load. You're not losing. So for all you guys who was in the dark about what's going on, then you got to check it out. Stop get sit at these spots and get stuck. Hit the like button. I got my boy Mark, the mentor here, man.
What up, man?
What's going on, Mark?
Nothing much, man.
You see, I'm fresh from vacation, man. I'm in a good spirit today. I said, man, let me just come and see if I can save the world for the last.
I see, man. You fired up.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man. How is everything over there in Chicago, man?
Oh man, it was 80 degrees the past 3 days. Today is 40 with snow flurries.
Oh man, yeah. Yesterday, man, let me tell you, yesterday I left my house. I think me and the kids leave in the morning about 9 o'clock. It was like 70. But by the time we get down to Delaware, where I was going to take them on the boat ride, that thing dropped to like 40, bro. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, it was 86 yesterday, and it's
it was foggy in the ocean and everything was foggy out there. The boat was rocking on the east side. The kids was scared, man.
Yeah,
you know, but it's crazy, man.
I don't know what's going on out there. They playing with the
playing with the atmosphere. Yeah, man. What's going on, man? You know, I'm back again in the building, man. We did a live last week. That was on fire a little bit. And but yeah, man, you know, I'm here just dropping because again, a lot of people I was on vacation and I got so many people asking questions about I got texts, I got people just texting me and asking me and watching the video. A lot of people also asking question on your channel just in general. So I said, you know what, let me just put this together and then come and see if we can do this again. Of course, you talk about supply and demand is low. We talk about Amazon. We talk about final mile. You see what I'm telling people now? Like we talk about on your channel one time, I said, try to learn a little of everything and just trying to open up to accept different areas in the transportation business, because I think people get all hooked up and just not moving around, man. And it's kind of crushing a lot of people's business where they think is the market is actually doing something, but it's actually the way they structure their business.
Well, I think the overall, just the economy in general, supply and demand as far as the economy, period. Yeah, I think we are upon a correction. All right, I like to use the word correction,
right,
instead of crash, because a correction. Some people are going to disagree, but it's actually healthy. We need these economic corrections every so many years for a numerous amount of reasons. Good business owners and good investors look forward to these corrections because it's like having a sale. Like everything goes on sale, and that's how the rich get richer. And that's how people who have cash on hand, when these things do go through these correction phases, people who have cash on hand, they're able to become rich. So, I'm actually looking forward to it.
Right.
I'm actually looking forward to it. So, overall volume is just down. It's just like I always say, like everybody's complaining now, but when volume was sky high and rates complemented volume being sky high, I didn't see nobody complaining. I didn't see nobody going knocking on brokers' doors saying, man, these rates are too high. These rates are you just unusually high. You're paying me too much money. You see what I'm saying? I never seen nobody go do that. So now that rates are low, and I try to explain to people why rates are low, people are just ignorant to the fact that they don't want to accept the truth. So I give them the example. Look, when rates were like this, way up here, this is why. So now rates are here because volume is down here, but it's like, don't nobody want to hear an educated reason to why things are the way they are. I see people put things in the comment. I see people put stuff in other people's comments and in the comment section and in the chat section, and this just don't make sense. Like when you like, things have to make sense, right? It has to make sense. You know, so I try to, you know, correct people. But look, I'm doing a live tonight on taxes.
Oh man, I saw
Today is April 16th.
Oh man, I saw
today
that.
is April 16th.
I saw that.
And I did a video on taxes 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, right? But you know what? I'm getting an influx of people questioning me via DM, through messages, whatever, about taxes, because what tax day is coming up, right? Tuesday, right?
Right.
But that's for personal taxes. Tax day for your business was last month. You see what I'm saying? So your personal taxes has nothing to do with, well, what do you mean? My calendar says April 18th is tax day. Yeah, for your personal taxes. If you're an LLC or an S Corp, corporate filings are due March 15th of every year.
While I was on vacation, listen to this, right? While I was on vacation, I got an email. I got an email from a subscriber who shoot me an email. He started a box truck business out of New York. The insurance was so high that he had to move the company from New York to Alabama, right? Because the insurance was like almost $4,000 just every month, and the truck was like I think another $1,700-$1,800. He couldn't take that on. But when he sent me when I replied to him, and he sent me a list. When he sent me the email, he also sent me his business plan, right? This guy been running for 4 months. He was paying himself $2,500 even when the truck was not making $5,000 in New York. So I asked him, I said, so where's the profit for the truck, for the company? He said, well, I don't make a profit as it. I said, yeah, because you're pocketing all the profit. All the profit is going in your pocket.
Yeah, he's just robbing from the sustainability of
You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, if the truck make $3,000 this week, and then the next week you make $4,500, oh, you're constantly paying yourself a set income. He said, well, I'm doing all the work. You see, and I'm like, bro, your first 3 years in business should be at a loss, including yourself. Why are you profiting and the business is at a loss every month, every week? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even the IRS gave you the first 3 years to get on your feet. Why are you coming out here every week taking $2,500? And man, I'm telling you, you got to see this profile that he put together. Real neat and clever, but he never missed to take $2,500 every week. So, and then you go and you talk about taxes, right? What about your quarterly that people are supposed to be paying? They're not paying into that. So even when I ask him, okay, you pay yourself $2,500, how much are you putting away for the taxes? Well, I don't get to that part yet. It's always some offset.
Yeah.
They start on one thing, but on another thing, they don't get to that part. And it's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna talk about that tonight, because I guess when I call myself doing a tax video February or January. I think it was February, you know, in preparation to get people, you know, prepared for tax season. But I guess people, you know, people are last minute. They don't, I don't know, maybe it went over their heads, or maybe they just, clearly they didn't check the video out, because the views ain't really what my average views do.
Yeah, right.
But now, since, you know, April 18th is upon us, and they're seeing and hearing all the commercials about, you know, tax day is April 18th, they're thinking that this is business, and they just don't understand that their corporate filings are due March 15th. So, you know, I'm going to talk about it tonight, and, you know, it's just, you know, irresponsible.
I know you're going to talk about them paying themselves too, because a lot of people are
you know, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And actually, the live that I'm doing tonight, I'm just going to hit key topics, because lately I've been in and out. So I've been trying to keep my lives at 2 hours. So I can't cover everything. So I'm only giving it an hour for presentation and an hour for Q&A, because I already know this one is going to be a hot one tonight, because a lot of people think they got 2 more days. And I know
right.
Every question that I've had damn near this week, 80% of the questions is about taxes. I'm like, yo, your taxes was due last month. And then what do you mean? On my calendar say April 18th, and then you challenge me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And then I gotta bust you out. You know, so some feelings gonna get hurt tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where people be getting their information from. I think a lot of people just need to just pay the money and just have a CPA. If you're not going to be responsible to manage your own books, then
I'm gonna ask Jason. Jason is my CPA. He's right next to me right here. He does my immigration. When I was doing my immigration, my citizenship and all that stuff, he's the one that do all my taxes, right? Because you know, when you're becoming a citizen, you gotta submit all the taxes to the government and all of that stuff, right? So I'm gonna ask him if it's okay to give his info out. I do pay. He's my CPA. I pay every month. They do the accounting, the whole shebang. I don't have to. All I do is once I get all my Triumph and all my house information, whatever I get, my wife just drop it off. He's literally right here. Him and his brother own a tax company. They have a tax business, and I don't have to. That's why I was saying early on, a lot of the problem a lot of people is in, I can't answer it because I don't know how to answer it because I don't have those issues.
And that's another thing.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm only going to be able to talk about what I know because I've never done my taxes. I've never done
exactly
my
right.
Done my business taxes because since my inception, I've always had them. $250 a month. And like certain tricks that I know is because what he tells me or what he's told me in the past. I learned about depreciation because he said, you know, Mark, that BMW saved your ass. I was able to write off $9,000 in depreciation. That was a good purchase. That was a good purchase. That was a good lease. That was, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So he taught me a lot of that stuff just from, you know, dealing with him over the years. But I'm paying X amount of dollars a month. Right.
Exactly.
So now you got a lot of people who, and I'm not going to talk too much because I got to do the show. You got people at the last minute, they asking me questions. I'm like, yo, like, where's your stuff, man? I got receipts and stuff, man. I don't have any receipts, like paper receipts. You think I'm sending these guys receipts? No, everything is streamlined. Everything is straight out. One business bank account. Everything that credits come in, debits go out. Only thing I'm doing is emailing them.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Every month. So when tax time is up in March, they don't have to go back and do a whole year and itemize. And you know, they'll do the call like, hey, Mark, back in February, we see a purchase for this company. What was that for?
Right.
So and so. Oh yeah, we had that was I bought the crew lunch. All right. So we'll itemize that as food and entertainment, whatever the tax code is for that. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get those calls, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they're able to look. Capital One. Okay, they know that. What's that for?
Yeah.
Whatever. Ivy's truck repair. Okay, that's maintenance. Universal Premium. That's fuel. You know what I'm saying? Because they're seeing the statement every single month. You know,
and guys don't understand. Like when you send these things, these guys like I don't think people understand what you're really saying because when you send, like when I send my stuff to Jason, I don't hear from Jason until I get those calls that you're talking about. Like if something is missing or we never submit something or something addition, you know, you need additional paperwork for something or, you know, like I remember the first year we were filing our tax with my daughter and then I had my son. You get what I'm saying? And then, you know, you have a new kid. So, hey, where's the social for that child? Or did you send me the birth certificate for that? You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I know you buy a semi now. So give me the bill of sale for that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like whatever is missing, that's what you get the calls for. But as far as constantly maintaining and just sending over and giving these guys access to the stuff so they can be able to go in and do their work. And it also show them how professional you are and how organized you are as a business owner and as a business person. You know what I'm saying? Because not see, a lot of things that people will not say to you, they'll say, you know, with their colleagues in the office, they won't say to you.
Mhm.
But me, you know, that once you send a tax over, it's out of fashion or out of or unorganized, or they're
Mhm.
like, okay, look at this right here, man. Some guys, they don't even know where to start with his tax, because you send the paperwork upside down, you send it backwards, you send it left, right.
It should be
You send page 1 and 2, but 4 and 5 missing.
it should be as simple as every month your bank gives you a statement.
Mhm.
It's as simple as downloading your statement and emailing it to your CPA
That's it.
every month. All right, and that's it.
And
That's
you can go
it.
back 12 months and access your bank account, your statement every month.
So
You get what
I
I'm
know a lot
saying?
of people don't want to pay it, but and I've told people before, like, you can do QuickBooks, do it yourself, but this week is my 1 year week anniversary for
Mhm.
YouTube, April 22nd. So
Mhm.
when I be telling people little tricks of the trade,
Mhm.
prior to me speaking to you now about this, I was thinking people were more responsible. I thought people were taking care of these things, but now I see there's a high level of irresponsibility. So
Mhm.
now I have to, like, man, I'm gonna be honest, I gotta dumb stuff down. I can't speak on a certain type of level because a
Right,
lot of
right.
people are just irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm. It's the
it,
same
it,
thing I was
it, it,
saying.
it, it,
Guys go to pick up a load and cursing people out,
it
getting into argument that,
but see, like, your
you
taxes
know.
is just your business taxes is
Mhm.
just something that I feel like the IRS scares me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's not
Right,
something. It
right.
scares me to the point since day one. I
Mhm.
said, skip it. We'll just pay the $250 a month.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? We'll just pay the $250 a month, and that way I don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Let the CPA
Mhm.
handle everything, because I don't want it to be what I didn't know. That's what he's there
Right.
for, to let me
Right.
know. You
Right.
see what I'm
Right.
saying? So the IRS, they scare me. You
And
see what I'm saying?
it protect you also, because guess what? If you submit to the listen, if I submit something to the IRS, I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The IRS, that my tax preparer got a number that attached to his company.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And once I submit that number, they're gonna see that that's the company that prepared my tax.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't done by me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So if any correction, I get a letter sometime from the IRS, hey, you guys submit this. What does this mean? Or this paperwork never signed. Could you sign it? Or this was missing. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when you submit those paperwork and they send you that letter, all I do is go to Jason. Hey man, I get this letter. What there? And he'll pull it up on the computer. Okay. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. All right, I'll take care of it. You in the clear.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of folks I don't think they take it that serious, man. It's not
Listen,
that serious to them.
I'm doing a live April 16th about corporate filings that were due a month ago yesterday.
Yeah.
But I've gotten so much, cute questions into my email and DM about taxes, because tax day, because everyone thinks their taxes are due, and your personal taxes are due. You know what I'm saying? But your business taxes, because most people are an LLC,
Right.
or an S corp, but mostly
LLC.
taxes
Right.
was due last month. And I said that in the video, but see, then nobody watched the video, because that's just some boring shit that no one really cares about. You see what I'm saying? But and that was one of the videos. If I was getting into the space, that was one of the videos that I would have looked at. One of the videos I would have looked at first. Well, let me see what you're talking about taxes, because this is something I need to
know.
to keep up with. You know what I'm saying? I need to keep up with this.
And let's I know you're gonna touch on base with this later on. We don't want to get into too much into it, but guys, even if you don't file your tax on the time that you're supposed to submit your tax, your CPA will notify you, or you will know, hey, if I'm not gonna get it done by this time, let's go ahead and file an extension. You get what I'm saying? But again, a lot of people they miss out on that too.
Yeah.
So you don't have an extension file and you don't file the tax on time, and now you have a problem.
Yeah. So
And now you have the IRS knocking at your door. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either, but we're gonna get into it tonight.
They're gonna rip you up later on.
They can't rip me up because I'm helping them. I'm gonna rip them up. They can't rip up the person who's helping them maneuver through the irresponsibility.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if they try to rip me up, I'll just hit the end button and go about my day. I got 2 more episodes to catch up on Power.
Oh,
straight up and down. So
man.
But we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna make it brief. And you know, I just think it's probably responsible. I think most people should just go ahead and spend that money. A lot of people just because a lot of people can't keep up with that on their own.
And a lot. Let me say this, man. A lot of people, man. Like guys, you guys gotta start taking this thing serious. You guys gotta be serious, man. You gotta start taking the business serious. You gotta start running a business the way you're supposed to run a business and take your business serious. It's not a joke. You know, I come out here and I talk and I make fun and make humor of the stuff that I'm saying, but at the end of the day, it is serious. You get what I'm saying? It is very serious. So again, go tune in tonight. This is Mark the Mentor channel. You can't say we never tell you, and you can't say we never show you. That's gonna be our new what they call that thing where you have a slang. That's gonna be our new slang, Mark. I tell you about Mark and I show you the channel about Mark. So you can't say you never see. All right. So for all you guys who are new to the channel or all you guys who watch us every Sunday, you guys know Mark the Mentor, but I still pop it up on the screen to show you guys, so you can't say we never show you. But again, go tune in tonight, and as you can see, the topic for tonight, he has it on his live. So let's pull up the live. It's right here, and that's it tonight. All right, he's gonna be talking about how to handle your taxes. So hey, I'm not a tax guy. All right.
Me either.
I know what the tax I know what it is. I've done it. Me and my wife been doing it for a very long time. This is how we can successfully get finance from financing company. This is how sometimes finance company need to see your taxes before they give you an approval. So it's very important to have your tax done and done correctly by a good CPA. It's also documents that you guys, for a lot of immigrants, if you're doing immigration stuff, you need to have your tax in order. All right. A lot of you guys who are applying for certain benefit, you get what I'm saying? Let's say, God forbid, some of you guys are not making a certain type of money. You will need a tax to submit to get certain benefit from the government. But at the end of the day, regardless of what, you do need your tax done and done correctly. So go check my man Mark out tonight. Topic tonight is how to handle your taxes for your box shop business. And go tune in tonight and check him out. Tomorrow, and like I said, man, I pulled the channel up, and I also pulled the topic up, so you guys can't say we never show you, man. Here's the channel, and I show you. See, I like to show people because they like to say, "Oh, well, I don't know, man." Okay, I show you the channel, and we show you the topic. All right. I don't know what to do after that.
Yeah, we gotta figure out because I text you about tomorrow. We gotta put that together so I could email the
Yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna come up with a topic for tomorrow. And yeah, we're gonna jump on it a little bit early, maybe around 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock my time, and then we can run it to like about 8 or 8:30. All right, because my wife is not here, and I gotta be taking care of my 2 kids. They don't give no trouble. They just watch a TV. They watch a lot of YouTube, and so they're good kids. I don't have to worry about them. But since I've been down here, they come and talk to me a couple times, so they can manage yourself. All right, but yeah, we're gonna come up with a topic tomorrow. Check us out tomorrow. We're gonna be on Mark channel now. We're gonna try to figure out. I got issues with my camera, with my system, man. I don't know why my camera keep cutting off. That's why I had to do that live this morning, because I was trying to set up something. Every time I go live, it cuts off. So I was here for a minute trying to get it sorted out. But I find what the problem was. But yeah, we're gonna be on your channel tonight. You're coming up in a few. You know what? What time you coming on tonight?
Oh, 2 more hours. I got time.
2 more hours. So
I'm
go and check
chilling
him
now.
out.
I'm chilling.
Go check him out, man. Because again, your tax is important. Hey, let me ask you this: did you see the live where I talk about the IRS knocking at your door?
I think so.
I talk about people that does not file their taxes and the IRS knock on your door, and they come in to take your favorite LCAT.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They come and they seize your bank account. You ever tell them what happened? Hey, are you gonna tell them, or you want me to tell them? You ever tell them? You gonna tell them what happened if they don't pay their taxes?
No, because I've never had that happen, so I can't tell them what happens. I've heard stories, but I can't tell them what happens if you don't pay your taxes.
Mark, if I tell you the stories that I heard about people getting their car repossessed, their house getting leaned on, their bank account being garnished. See,
I've
people take this stuff lightly, but it's serious, man.
I've heard the stories, but
and the IRS always comes 6 o'clock in the morning. They come between the hours of 6 and 8:30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they come like UL Chapo.
Yeah, they come in the morning and they knock on the door where your wife is. You're asking your wife who is that, and she's asking you who is that, because it's a knock where it's not a regular knock. You know those knock where who is so bright to be knocking her door that rough? You know that type of knock where you ever get somebody press your buzzer where bling, 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 bling. It's like, who is that? You get what I'm saying? It's one of those. It's one of those. Who is that knock?
And they don't come from like people that I've heard, like celebrities that have went to jail. Like it's not something that they come when you least expect it. They build up a good case. Like it may be years before, like years. So they allow you to get comfortable and think you beat the system.
Right.
And here they come 8, 9, 10 years later, which is worse for you because now you got 8, 9, 10 years accrued of not paying taxes.
And you know what they're gonna do? Let me tell you. You know what they're gonna do when they knock your door? They're gonna knock your door. They're gonna open the door. They're gonna introduce themselves, show you their badge. They're gonna let themselves in. They're gonna ask you, are you the owner of Mark the Mentor Transportation? Yes, I am. Do you still own and operate Mark the Mentor Transportation? Yes, I do. You see, once I say that to you, they don't turn it back.
Yeah, so
you get what I'm saying?
They're going to take everything.
You just admit that you still run and operate your company, and now they're getting ready to go to work.
Oh, yeah, they already know it.
Oh, they know.
They already monitoring your
but you know that the government, they like to catch you. Like I said, history's best qualified when it's what? When it's documented. So when they ask you and you answer from your own mouth, it's game on for them.
Yeah.
They're not backing out from that. But I mean, I wish people, guys, go and watch his live tonight. This tax thing is very serious. I talk about it a lot of time. A lot of people, you guys need to take this serious. Some of you guys are paying yourself ridiculous money and not taking no taxes out. Guys are paying themselves throughout the whole year and still owing the IRS.
Yeah, I've talked about that so many times.
Still running a business and still in a negative with the IRS.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that no more. I ain't talked about that so much.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
It's just it's a waste of time, man. I don't know.
But yeah, we're going to come up with a subject for tomorrow. We're going to be on your live tomorrow. Definitely. We're going to drop in. Everybody that's here, man, go and check Mark the Mentor tonight. Last week, what was it? No, I know. Are you gonna take a vacation? Because I know you say you need some time.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking about just taking a month off of YouTube. Not because I got plenty of stuff to talk about, but
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's just like, man, I feel like I'll be wasting my time sometimes. That's how I'm feeling.
I told
Like
you you're gonna
because
get to that point.
the stuff is there,
Mm-hmm.
and like even with this tax thing, it's like, bro, I did a whole video about
Mm-hmm.
in preparation prior to corporate filings, and I said this was due, but now everybody's bum rushing me about taxes. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So it's like, man, what am I making this content for? That if you're not, paying attention to the stuff that really, really matters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I want to talk about other stuff, but it's like, man, I gotta,
You keep getting sucked in back
yeah,
into
and
the
then it's just
topics
like,
that you already discussed
so
already, and it's like you feel like you're not moving forward
yeah,
because
it's
it's
just like a waste of.
the
It's like I'm
content is there.
catering. It's like I'm catering to a demographic of people who just don't want to get it. When there's other people out there that are actually tuning in every week
Mm-hmm.
and taking the information and applying it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I'm getting sucked in with the people who, like you be talking about, bouncing around. And then like
Mm-hmm.
people who I haven't seen in my chat in months, or I haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen in my comments in months, but then you want to come to me for
Mm-hmm.
like all the technical stuff that these other people not talking about,
Mm-hmm.
because they're
Mm-hmm.
talking about how rates are trash and just complaining. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like, don't come to me for the technical stuff when it's
Right.
convenient for you. Tune
Mm-hmm.
into me like you tune in to the trash. Oh man, the rates are trash.
Mm-hmm.
And because
Mm-hmm.
what happens is the reason why they tune into that type of stuff is because it's like, when a person, like my mom always say, when you up,
Mm-hmm.
you don't hear from people, but people love to come around you when you down and they down. They want to
Mm-hmm.
keep that company. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Misery love company,
Yeah,
right?
misery loves company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So rates are trash. Yeah, rates is trash. That's all good. But then, man,
Right.
damn taxes. Let me go
Mm-hmm.
holler at Mark. I know Mark know. And then you
Mm-hmm.
don't hear
Mm-hmm.
from the person no more. So
Right. Right.
I'm cool on that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just
YouTube. That's why I told you that eventually you're gonna get to a point on YouTube where it feel like you're stagnant. You feel like it's like you genuinely come out here to serve and show people really what's going on, but then it's like you feel like sometimes you're wasting the time.
yeah.
You get what
Sometimes.
I'm saying? And it's like you don't you don't want to. I try not to get discouraged because I really like what I do on and off camera, because a lot of people know me, know like me. You talk off camera.
Mhm.
I'm the same dude that I'm on camera, off camera. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You show me a situation about someone, if I can help, I help. Just like if I'm camera, you show me a situation, I do the same thing.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people, I think that, just like we said, do you think being honest is a disadvantage on YouTube? I think that plays a big part also in coming out here and not offering people trash.
Mhm.
I don't know. It can be just the way people mind are wired.
Yeah, I think being honest, last year it definitely was a disadvantage to me. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody saw it with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a disadvantage to me now because I've come in,
Mm-hmm.
I've dealt with certain situations, I stood firm on the
Mm-hmm.
things I said and things I believed would happen. They happened. I came with more facts. I came with more forecasts. Everything has come into fruition. So people ultimately know, okay, Mark, he knows what he's talking about. He's a staple.
Mm-hmm.
He's not one of those guys. He really knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So I don't have those issues uh no more. I don't really have issues at all. It's just, I want to, talk about other things, but I have to keep reverting back to discuss things that I've talked about prior, way ahead of time, so that people can prepare. But I always find myself talking about things again because it's more relevant at the time, right?
You know what? Let me say this. You know what I find out too, real quick. You know what I find out? I find out when I came out here and I have thousands of brokers that I sign up with. I mean, thousands of brokers was at your disposal, right? You sign up with as much as possible. You know what I find out being out here all these years? I narrow down my broker list to a particular group. You know what I find with YouTube? People don't know how to do that. I think that's one of the biggest issue. People don't know how to do that. You get what I'm saying? People don't know how to. They see everybody talking about the same contents. Cool. But at what point do you narrow your list down? You get what I'm saying? And so if you're not narrowing your list down, this is why I said a lot of people are channel hoppers. You get what I'm saying? Mark create a certain type of content. Like I said, you talk about a whole bunch of stuff.
And what's funny, a lot of people talking about, I see people talking about Final Mile now when nobody was talking about it until I started talking about it, and people were making fun of me. But now everybody's, and then I see other people, like somebody put something in the chat on my live, maybe Thursday or Sunday, that they see a lot of carbon cut copies of me and you. So I had to go peruse. I like to peruse from time to time to see, and I saw some stuff. And what happens is when they try to mimic what we're talking about, they sound crazy. You see what I'm saying? They sound crazy because a lot of the stuff that me and you talk about is from experience.
Right.
You know I get technical on things, but a lot of the stuff is just from experience. And if you haven't experienced these things, you can't speak to it on a level that me and you can speak on it about.
Yeah, because again, what experience does, what an experience, if you're speaking about something, especially if you have passion if you're versing what you're talking about and have the passion behind the experience, it's gonna come out different. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm talking about, let's say I'm talking about just growing the business, and I'm like, guys, you gotta get this, you gotta get that. My expression is gonna be very different versus a guy that started 2 years ago. He's gonna be like, yeah, just you gotta just grow your company. Just to, it's casual. It come off as just a conversation. You get what I'm saying? Or we're talking about handling your finance. I might come off and saying, guys, you gotta have that $5,000-$6,000 putting down for your business. Because my years of a business taught me that having a resource put to the sides and the importance of it, and how key part is gonna play in my business when the day is gonna come when I'm gonna need to use it. Versus a guy who just started 2-3 years ago is gonna be like, yeah, just have some money put aside.
You see, the thing is, and it's like what you said, like with the people who channel hop, I don't really see nothing wrong with it, but I do see an issue because if you consume content, and especially in a field like this for multiple people, I think that does confuse the viewer a little bit. And then as far as like the creator, I think, showing your journey is fine, speaking from an experience level up until, experience level that you've, attained. So if you've attained 2 years worth of experience, then speak on 2 years worth of experience. But what happens is when you create, because a lot of people, I think they do this stuff really to be more content creators. And like you said, they're keeping up with the subscriber count and the views and things like that. Like if you start looking at that and then wondering why this person is doing better, and like you be talking about then, and then you find yourself going down a road and speaking about things that you don't know about, you're gonna sound crazy. You're gonna sound crazy. I don't talk about things I don't have experience I don't know about.
Right.
Because I'm gonna sound crazy. You see what I'm saying? And when somebody put that in the chat the other day, I'm like, damn, I've seen some things, but I'm like, well, you know, maybe it's a coincidence. But once I think about it, and I've checked out a few people's videos, and you know, you go from speaking on one thing, and then now everybody's speaking on this. You're trying to find something to draw people in. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I've always talked about Final Mile. I do my analytical videos, my economical videos every now and then about Amazon. You know, I've got called out for speaking on Amazon because I don't run it, but everything that I've said about it has come into fruition and has been correct. When I speak about economics, as far as, you know, just economics, period, or how it affects the trucking industry, everything I'm saying is correct. You know, I give examples, but people only want to hear what they want to hear, and then they put ignorant things as far as comments and stuff that don't even make sense. Like that stuff don't even make sense because they saw somebody else or they heard somebody else say it because it sounds like it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, it doesn't.
But I think I know one of the content creator you're talking about. He's a very young guy though.
I'm not speaking about one person in particular. I'm speaking on a majority of people. You know what I'm saying?
But I think like one of these, like one of the guy I think I probably know who I'm not gonna mention his name, but he's a young cat just coming out. And I think when you're new to YouTube and you're young and doesn't have the experience, I think sometimes people are gonna, you know, like they're gonna, I want to say trending topic. Do you think that's probably what's going on? Because I think, all right, maybe you're creating a trending topic, man. Maybe that's what it is.
It's what I said last year.
No, but I'm saying, okay, let me ask you this question then. Do you think that maybe let me step back. Do you think that the content that you're creating, let's look at it from a different perspective then, right? Do you think that the content that you're creating and your platform, some YouTubers are taking it and then turning it into a trending topic? And if so, do you take offense to that? Because maybe that's what's going on. Are you just having a problem the way they're explaining it?
I ain't taking offense to it because what's going to happen is they're going to talk about something that they don't know about, and they're going to send people off, and it's just going to be a repetition of what happened last year.
Because if they're saying Final Mile, because I see the same.
But you know why people say that is because they watch my stuff, and I say, y'all, you know, every time you come to my channel, I got solutions. I don't complain about stuff. I'm a solution channel. My live, look at the titles. These are solutions. So they take offense to it. Damn, you know what? He's right. You know what I'm saying? So then they try to go make solution-based content. But the thing is, make solution-based content on stuff that you know about.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe
when everybody was making fun of the refrigerator, carrying the refrigerator up the back, it was laughs and jokes then. But guess what? That Final Mile stuff that Mark been talking about, that made Mark who is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's saving a lot of people's asses right now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I said this last year, you know, I mean, OTR, you know, it's, you know, you don't have to do big and bulky. You could do curbside Final Mile. A few people inquired, but now it's like, man, like how Amazon was to the Amazon people last year and the year before.
Right.
That's how I feel now. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel now. I'm getting bombarded.
But those content creators, maybe they're just using your topic as a trending topic. Maybe
I don't care if they use it. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't just that. It's not just that. It's the economy stuff, and you know what I'm saying. That's fine. Yeah, just make sure you know what you're talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't speak to it, you know, if you really don't know it,
right,
to the full extent, and you're taking bits and pieces of your stuff, bits and pieces of my stuff, bits and pieces of the Monday night show, and then formulating and then creating stuff and then trying to draw people in,
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen is you're going to start getting hit with questions.
And then not be able to answer the
And not
question.
be able
Oh,
to
so you're
answer.
talking. Okay, so you're talking about the bigger picture part of it.
The bigger, I'm trying to prevent people from getting, you know, putting themselves in the trick bag.
Right, right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't go talk about Hot Shot because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You don't hear me talk about Hot Shot.
Right, right, right.
You don't hear me talk about cargo van expedite. I don't know that. I ain't.
Yeah, you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I know
you don't
about,
talk about that.
I know about what I know about.
Mm-hmm.
What's that made me money?
Mm-hmm.
What I did. You see what I'm saying? So I can't talk about things, and I'm not gonna try to create stuff to talk about just to draw in a different demographic. Okay, well, if I do a Hot Shot video, then all the Hot Shot people that watch the Benny and Entre Mike and all those guys, I'm gonna start getting. No, I don't know, because I don't care. Because guess what's gonna happen? Those guys that really do that, eventually I'm gonna put myself in the trick bag.
In the trick bag, right?
And they're gonna call me out.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna set myself up for the okie doke because I'm not here to draw people in. I'm here to educate people in my space. And when my space wasn't popular last year, I still talked about my space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when you came on the scene, you came and what word can I use? I think you were probably a threat to a lot of people. You think so?
A who?
Like a threat with the information.
The
information that you were giving out, you were seen as a threat.
With some topics, especially that peak season and some of the Amazon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
but that's what I'm saying. Now that so now that you're right.
Okay.
From Amazon all the way up to now, those same content creators that are coming on your channel and taking bits of pieces of your information and then formulating a subject to talk on their platform, right? Do you think that they're coming to make the topic that you're doing to a trending topic?
I don't think it's a trend. I don't think, no, not to make it a trending topic. I just think it's they see they see something working, right? They see people tuned in, right? They see information being given that people are taking heed to, and they want to duplicate that to
eat off the plate,
to see some type of success.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But but what I'm saying is, if you're gonna be if you're talking about stuff, I'm gonna say it again. If you're talking about stuff that you really don't know about, you're eventually gonna get yourself caught up in the trick bag.
Right.
We've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen in this space.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, to the new people or other people, like, man, don't listen. You'll never be Mr. Beast in the box truck space. So if that's what you're aspiring to be, I'm gonna tell you now. Here go another forecast for you. It will never happen. You will never have 150 million subscribers in a box truck space because it's a small niche. You're never going to see that type of success where you're just going to be this multi-million-dollar YouTuber off box truck. It's not going to happen. It's not. It's not a niche like that.
Yeah, the box truck space tops out at a certain subscriber. After a while, that's it,
bro. It's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this is a small, tight-knit community. You're not going to see that level of success as becoming like this big, famous YouTuber that's getting all these big endorsement deals. It's not going to happen in this space. It's just not.
Yeah, because the box truck space is going to grow. It only can grow but so much because, again, we're not talking about a space where it's not like software or accounting or everyday stuff that people,
This guy, Mr. Beast, took 1,000 people that were legally blind and paid for them to see again. All right. You got other content creators. You got that do car content. All right. Things that people like in the entertainment field that draws in a bigger crowd. You got those relationship channels, right? You got those like Fresh and Fit, those men empowerment channels, like
those Passport channels, Bros, relationship, you know,
like those channels cater to a bigger and a wider audience, because even Fresh and Fit, it's a men empowerment channel, but a lot of women watch, whether to agree or disagree. It's still a bigger audience. You're not gonna get that. The semi truck, you know, you got some big semi truck, but man, let's be honest.
Even that tops out.
Even that top. Okay, so even that tops out. So as far as the box truck space, who's the biggest box truck content creator?
Right.
That you would say per capita by subscribers. Who would you say?
Right now?
Yeah.
The biggest box truck from making videos and doing live, I think Big Vic right now is the biggest one.
Now, so Big Vic, right?
I think it's Big Vic, and then if I'm not mistaken, is the box truck couple second.
Okay. So I would put, because Big Vic has been on YouTube for a long time. And before he got into box truck, he was making music. So he already had, I don't know how many, but he had probably half of the subscriber base already. So let's say he's at 50,000 subscribers. So let's say half of that he already had before coming into the box truck business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So let's say organically from scratch, right? That I've seen, maybe somebody out there bigger, organically from scratch, entering in straight from box truck, I would probably say the box truck. I saw another guy out there with like 70, 80,000, but I really didn't go and backlog his channel to see if he was talking about something else prior to box trucking. So let's say Dick and box truck couple, but really I want to say box truck couple because organically from scratch, nothing, box truck up to where they're at, right? And they're at what last time I looked, like 28 or 29, somewhere around 30,000, right? Okay, so that would be your and they're still growing, right? It's not as at a speed that it probably was at during the pandemic, right? There was a lot more interest, but that would be your benchmark or you know your example, right? So you know, like I see channels that start and they talk about certain things and they go 30,000, 40,000 subscribers in 2-3 months. 40,000 subscribers a month.
Yeah, the box truck couple
that are on a more interest, cars, women, relationships, you know, or doing like Mr. Beast videos where they're, you know, saving the world. You know what I'm saying? So box trucking is box trucking. You know what I'm saying? It's an educational field that people come to not for entertainment, they come to for education.
But I want to show you. I want to let's because I'm looking at the box truck couple channel. They got they got like 30,000, over 30,000 subscribers. They got 285 videos. But like you said, there are YouTubers who have less videos and been a YouTuber and been on YouTube less than the box truck couple that has more subscribers. Also, you got to remember also
they have more than the box truck couple.
You know, we're talking about from growth, not in the box truck space. I'm not talking about in the box truck space. Like say, but also you got to remember that YouTube is also a little of type of who you are also, and what your content is about, what niche you're about. So you would like the box truck couple, they started from scratch. They built this from scratch with 285 videos. Right. But what I'm saying is that you will find it's not trucking, but it would be, let's say it will be the umbrella couple. Let's use that as an example, right? They will grow the same 30,000 subscribers with less video in about 6 months. You get what I'm saying?
But in a different niche.
In a different niche, right? That's what I'm saying, like a different niche. So this really tops out after a while.
But see, why I use the box truck couple is because they're a likable channel. People like the box truck couple. That's why I'm telling you, as far as they're the kind of example that you want to use and go off on, they have a good channel. It's a peaceful channel. They're showing you that you can make money in this space. They're an older couple that's showing you can make money in this space. It's a peaceful channel.
I think they show. I think they show. I think they show also. They give people that are older, and some young people too, because they do inspire a lot of young people. But I think as a older couple, they give people, you know, they're really old school, so they're not into that new modern stuff that we talk about all the time. They give people an insight that really age doesn't matter when it comes on to own and operate a business. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And it gives people a different angle from being in a couple and running a business successfully. Right. And they you know, I mean, they do everything together, so they don't hide anything.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm using them as the example for all the people that think, well, yeah, I want to do this. Listen, they're the example.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They're the benchmark. Right? They're the successful channel. All right. And you have to look at, you know, that benchmark. So I try to explain it to people, like, you know, I think when people do that stuff, because I hear them say things like, man, my channel move slow and da 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 da. Listen, it's not a space where you're gonna just grow like you're CJ on 32s, or you're one of these guys that is buying Lamborghini every other month. That's what people want to. That's what people want to see as entertainment, because people aspire to have these things. People aspire to be successful in the box truck space too. But once they come and get the information or the sauce, so to speak, they go. You see what I'm saying? But they'll watch a person who go buy a Lamborghini or a new car every other week, and they'll watch that from start to finish.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's just more entertaining. You know,
yeah, because again, people also I think one of the biggest thing too is when we talk about this and many different many different times, where you got to remember, a lot of people want to see the finish line. You know, they don't mind see the start, but they want to meet you at the finish line. You get what I'm saying? So it's easier for people to watch car contents and be like, I want this car, I want that car, I want this car. But that guy that worked his way all the way up to even have access to get credit line for Lamborghini, they want to see that journey. It's like you put out the content, like you said, you put out all the content about stocks. Hey, as stocks will lead you, stock money will lead you to buy a Lamborghini, but they don't want to see that part. You see what I'm saying? They want to see the part where
you got the Lamborghini. You
got the Lamborghini, instead of you showing them, like you said you said it out of your own mouth. If I work for Amazon, you best believe I'm have shares in the company. When you said that, a lot of people watch Amazon. How many of those people say, you know what, Mark is right?
Nobody. It was quiet.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? But if you make a next video and go out to a dealership tomorrow and you're buying a Lamborghini, that content is going to get more gravity, because again, you mentioned that you have stocks, but the part where you're buying the actual car is more appealing to them. I don't know. It's just maybe the way human mind wired, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So it is what it is, man. I just be talking. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna keep making the content.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy the way, and you know what I mean. I don't know, but yeah, we gonna definitely keep it going. And a lot of these guys, we gotta just do what we gotta do. You know what I mean? We gotta do what we gotta do.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. So
yeah, but we're gonna be on tomorrow evening, and you coming on tonight. So
Tonight.
everybody just jump over here. What time you coming on? It's 7,
About an hour and a half, 8 my time. So
8 o'clock. So I'm gonna let you.
yeah, I'm gonna let you finish up your
I'm gonna
live,
let
man.
you go get ready, man. And thanks for dropping in, man. And like we said, man, I'm gonna be over there later on.
Yeah,
All right.
just shoot me whatever you got too in a text message so I can send it to the.
Oh yeah. We gonna. I'm a jump and grab you a topic for tomorrow. Then we'll just wrap it up.
Okay.
All right.
All right, man. Later.
All right. Peace out.
Yep.
Mark the Mentor, guys. As you guys see, man, Mark was here. Shout out to you guys, man. Like I said, man, go and check him out tonight. He's coming on. He's gonna be talking about taxes, man. Listen, I've done taxes. I've done credit. I've done a lot, man. We're trying to keep you guys informed and keep you guys going. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Devante down in Miami. Devante is one of my old subscribers, man. He's been a loyal subscriber. When we did that, that big giveaway last year or something like early this year, we give him away. We take care of my boy Devante, his beautiful wife April. Shout out to Devante, man. Real cool guy. I spoke to him and his wife. Shout out to Interstate's crew, man. Shout out to everybody that's dropping in, man. Shout out to Nick and keeping it down, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. And like I said, man, I go back and watch a live. As you guys know, I talk about a lot of stuff. Hey, Devante is my witness, man. I always come and drop gems, man. He can tell you. I always go in. So go back, and like I said, I drop a next list. Y'all get the list, on the top of the list. Go to the website. All right. Go to the website that I show you guys early on. Let me pull it back up on the screen. Go to the website, start to sign up and start to source logistic company through this website. They have thousands and a lot of brokers in different areas. So you guys go and check it out. It's all here. Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, Oregon, Texas. We got all different things. You can't say your boy never show you a different type of list, different logistic. Maryland, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, hey, Wisconsin, you in the building? Alabama, Oregon, where you at? Nebraska. You see, it's all there, man. Georgia is in the building. North Dakota, Nevada, Idaho. You guys can't say Utah. If you're from Utah, you got England, Logistic Inn. And like I said, man, just go and source, go and check it out, go and find out what worked for you. There is a lot of different companies, and you guys can get in different ways. There's a lot of website out there actually that you can find like this right here, and they will give you a whole host of different logistic company just in Arizona. Look at these three bottom right here. You got Arizona, you got two Arizona you got a Montana, you got a Texas right here. You see they're constantly repeating. You get what I'm saying? You got Ohio, so you guys got a Texas right here. You got California. So, like I said, man, go on this website. There's thousands and thousands. Arkansas, I don't know nobody. New Jersey's in the building. Michigan, just go through it. Like I said, man, 90 days, 0 days, 60 days, 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years. No MC, new MC, old MC. You go and check it out. All right, check it out. All right. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this live, man. Thank you guys for coming in. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that notification bell. I'm going to be on the live tonight, checking in Mark the Mentor. We're going to be over there tomorrow. We're going to drop some more gems over there. And peace out, man. And like I said, man, come up with a business plan and make sure that you are out here running your trucking business And don't get frantic, man. A lot of guys out here like to get scared and frantic and get all crazy about this whole trucking industry, man. But don't get crazy. All right. Peace out. I will catch you. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.